Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the voice of the people. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
You know the saying.
Every day I'm hustling.
Stay hungry.
Every day I'm hustling.
Stay humble.
BoxingVoice.com.
I'm humble in defeat, and I'm gonna remain humble in victory. This is it, right?
Beyonce Productions.
I just wanted to put on a great boxing masterclass and also show the sweet science of this lovely sport. Man, the first time was so nice, I had to do it twice.
I'm prepared to the best of my capability, and I pray that I get the win. Look at it, like, I love Mike Tyson, how he came into the game on some different kind of vibe. You know what I mean, man? It takes a crazy man to want to fight, you know what I mean, day in, day out. The hardcore sport, as you said, no silk shoes.
Ain't no other sight in the game to see the Boxing Voice.
Good morning, TBV. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another Monday Friday. Yes, Monday Friday. It is Monday Friday whenever you love what you do and you do what you love. And I love talking to you. So it's 9 a.m. on the West Coast, on the East Coast, and 6 a.m. on the West, 8 a.m. Central. We've already had our cup of coffee and definitely got lifted, but we're sipping some tea now since we're going to be talking the Brits. We're sipping on the tea, not the Valdez one, okay? I wish it was, but it's not the Valdez tea, not just yet. And we're also coming up with a poll question this fine morning. Anthony Joshua's problem is with himself, not with his coaches? Yes, only Joshua can fix himself. No, a new trainer is what's needed. What other answers do we got? Dillian is just a hater. Mad he lost. What's another option? What's another option we can put there? Usyk, so great. Joshua needs something more. Coaches, what does he need? Now I think we're going to stick with the three options. Give you two. We give you a fourth that might confuse things. We're going to stick with just three opciones. Early Monday morning poll. Suavemente. Yo, what up? Let me see where that's at.
Suavemente. Baby.
BoxingVoice.com.
Let's go. We out here. Yeah. Hey, good afternoon, Anthony Crooks. I forgot. To all my 2 p.m.ers in London right now. What up? So this article stems from a Talk Sports interview done with Dillian White. It's titled, White, Joshua's problems is with himself, not with his coaches. Not with the coaches is what Dillian White is suggesting. The heavyweight contender who's been waiting for his shot. It's rumored it could be him in March, man. Him and Tyson. But we all know that Joshua has been testing the waters with some new trainers. He's been spotted with Ronnie Shields, spotted with Robert Garcia, and linked to Virgil Hunter. all American based trainers, all different parts of the world. I mean, you got Virgil all the way in the Bay, in Oakland. Then you got Garcia all the way in Oxnard or Riverside. And then you got Ronnie in H-Town, So all U.S.-based options. And I think all decent options at the end of the day. If he were to choose either of those three, I guess I wouldn't be 100% disappointed, because I do feel he needs that American sparring, that away from home training camp. But out of this three, obviously my preference is Ronnie. I'm just like, Verge, he's doing well with Tony Yoka, but Yoka hasn't really blasted on the scene on the top level to know what it is that Virgil can do. And then when you think of Yoka, how many fights has he had over there in France? And we haven't seen Virgil Hunter in the corner, right? So is it like, is he even doing his thing with Yoka? Or is it like a publicity thing where it's like, yeah, I'm with you when I'm in America, but other than that, I'm still doing my thing over here with my French trainer. But let me see here.
That's right. Don't ask for the beef.
Lady Shan, what up?
What up, Chulo?
What's going on?
Tell me, what's up?
Sipping the tea since we talking Brit heavyweights today.
Did you miss me? What do you got to do for Shan?
I missed you so much, Shan. I apologize to have upset you and your many listeners as to our what is it? Like our
spat.
I mean, behavior.
Spat.
Behavior. I would say behavior. It was poor behavior. But I'm glad you're back. I do apologize to you and your, fan base. We're glad that you're back, which is coincidental. You come back at the right time. I don't know. Is she going to stick around with this topic? We'll see.
You did it on purpose.
But no, actually, it's always about what's the most provocative thing to talk about or the most appealing thing to talk about. And
sure.
I didn't even factor in that you were coming on. But tell me, I know that you had your own interview with Ronnie Shields. I think you said before.
Oh, yeah, I had one before 3 days after the AJ fight, after the AJ loss.
Based off that interview, what did you get? Did you gather he was interested? Do you think he made phone calls? Do you think that interview made it to AJ's ears? Because the story goes per Ronnie that Eddie gave him a call. He missed the call. So AJ DM'd one of the Charlos and set things up.
Yeah, big up, shouts out to Warden Week Radio. They asked me to guest on their show and interview Ronnie Shields. So I did, and I posed the question to Ronnie, like, if you got the call, like if AJ called you to help him out, would you do it? And he was like, yep, if I get the call, I would definitely be interested. And then literally, as you see, weeks later, it's all happened. So yeah, I don't know if AJ saw it. I was given credit by War of the Week, by Ronnie Shields as well. They caught up with Ronnie Shields, and he was like, yeah, like, shouts out to Lady Shan. Like, so I guess I spurred and helped that happen. So I have Ronnie Shields tonight on my show. He's coming through, so we'll chop it up and you'll hear what he's got to say. And there's going to be some updates. So
what time Eastern? What time Eastern is
Eastern 8 p.m.
Okay. That's a decent hour.
Not for me, it's not. But it's 1 a.m. for me. But
But you're a late owl, and I really hope he gets it. For my own, I've already said it, for my own selfish reasons. But based off those three options, I think that Ronnie's probably the better option, even if we're just basing it off resume, right? Like who's had more experience with heavyweights. So
that's Ronnie. And at the end of the day, Ronnie's experience with having a cruiserweight come up to heavyweight and be a heavyweight champion. Anthony Joshua is a ex-heavyweight champion, dealing with an ex-cruiserweight. Had Mike Tyson, Tua. You know, it's got the Charlos. It's all across the board. For me, that would be my favorite pick. I think the Reynoso trick was just to say hi, Eddie, and hi everyone. AJ, to my knowledge, doesn't speak Spanish, so I knew that wasn't. I already had the heads up anyway. After the Reynoso thing, I already had the heads up of what was going on. So that's why I didn't report that he was at Ronnie Shields, because I already knew that he was.
But in terms of the Reynoso, I think that if he wants to make it work, he can. I don't want that option. I think that he'd be cock blocking Andy Ruiz. He knows that Andy went over there to get the tutelage of Reynoso to push and hope and dream for the trilogy. If AJ goes there, the trilogy is dead and done. That being said, there is a way that it can work. Angel Fernandez.
Pero no el español.
Well, Angel, don't they got a guy named Angel Fernandez already in their camp?
He speaks English.
Exactly. And that's my point. He can be the translator. Because I've seen that already. For instance, Andre Rozier, he's trained many Ukrainians, and he's got a translator. You know, he's in the corner, but there's a translator there. Even some of these Spanish guys go in the corner, but they still got someone they know translating for them whatever Buddy McGirt is saying. So
yeah,
I think it's possible if AJ wants to do it. I don't want him to do it for the sake of Andy. Like, don't go crowd Andy's space, man. Andy went over there, you know, but
I don't think
but I don't know if it's better for boxing. It may be better for boxing. It may be better for AJ to finally make that American debut again. If you link, I mean, can you imagine that gym with, I mean, it would be historical. I don't think, you know, like you got AJ and Canelo and Andy and Ryan, Frank Sanchez, Oscar Valdez. It's like, I don't think that's ever been heard of. So they could look at it like, you know what, let's do it so that we can make history that'll probably never be rewritten. I mean, again, that sort of stable. Last person to have a stable like that is Barry Hunter, and the truth is it can't be compared, right? Like maybe once upon a time, for a little bit of time, Barry had in his gym an undefeated Broner, an undefeated Rashid Warren, an undefeated Earl Spence, and possibly a one-time loss Lamont Peterson, an undefeated Anthony Peterson, you know. But those names aren't the names we just mentioned at the Reynoso gym. So,
and there's just different ways how you train. There's heavyweight boxing training and there's boxing how you train. You know, it's two different. That's what Ronnie Shields said to me. He said that it's two different types of training. So I wanted to go with Ronnie. He's been with Ronnie a couple of times. I spent a couple of days with him. He had the footage out with Ronnie with the Charlos and stuff and kicking it with the Charlos. I think he seems comfortable with Ronnie. It's just basically a standby. Like, you know me, when I say my report, standby, just standby.
That's how I feel. I feel like yesterday we talked about it on Sunday's show, like who do we feel is getting the job? And I think based off the fact that Ronnie's the only dude that had 2 meetings with AJ, and now not only did Ronnie come out publicly, but AJ posted on his Snapchat videos, and then that cryptic message about not wanting to, not giving up or letting us down and getting his belts back, so to speak, paraphrasing. So I think it is Ronnie. I think it's just an announcement waiting to happen.
Yep, stand by.
But the point still remains. Your brethren, Dillian White, says it ain't about coaches, though. He's saying it ain't coaches. He's saying it's more AJ and his cabecita.
See, yeah, I know. I agree. It is partially like I said, I'm going to keep referring to Ronnie because I've had the pleasure, like you have, of speaking to him. So, on and off air, and it does start with the mental, with the mind, and Ronnie seems to really like how AJ is receptive and realizes that it's also a mentality change for him to move further. It's just not about loading up his arsenal. It's a combination of both. So Dillian White, in definitely some aspects, he is 100% correct with that statement. But no, well, I wouldn't say 100 because he said it's not about a new trainer. It definitely is about a new trainer for me and for majority of people that you'll speak to. I think the Brits are a bit, we want to keep this to ourselves, so we don't want it to look like he has to go to the States to improve. But at the end of the day, if you have to go to the States to improve, what's so bad about that? There's loads of places where you go in life where you have to improve. You know, that's where if you want to improve, go to where the improvements are.
But you're from the UK, so what great heavyweight over there didn't have an American trainer?
I know. Well, you saw Lennox Lewis migrate over to Kronk. You even saw Klitschko go over to Kronk. He's not UK, but you mean in like European. You know, it's. I'm not sure. Who was Frank Bruno trained by? I was quite little at that point. I'm trying to think.
That's why
I can't remember.
That's why I threw the question at you because I have no clue who Bruno got.
Yeah, I think Bruno did. Bruno definitely didn't have a. If I'm correct, I don't think he had a US trainer, and hence Bruno just went certain thus far. You know. But yeah, anybody that wanted to improve, you know, we saw them go over to the States, and we're seeing now, you know, like with Joshua Buatsi, he's over with Virgil Hunter. You know, that's something that he felt he needed to do to improve. Yeah, and you see, what's the 175er? I forgot. He got beaten by Canelo. Callum Smith. Yeah,
he's with McGirt.
He's with McGirt. You know, even Derek Chisora had McGirt for his last Tony Parker fight. Mm-hmm. I mean, Joseph Parker fight. I always called Joseph Parker Tony Parker. That's a basketball player, isn't it?
You're asking the wrong American.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I always call it. Yeah, Joseph Parker. He had Buddy McGirt for that one fight. I don't know if that's going to continue. I'm not sure. But yeah, so we're seeing that people are going to American trainers. It's a different style of training. Necessary.
And I mean, obviously, my friend Otto Wallin is from Sweden, but he chose to go with Joey Gamache, and people were mentioning Gamache. But before I get your opinion on the linkage between AJ and a possible Gamache, let's talk some of the negative with Ronnie, right? People, or really negative people, but I love to sometimes address it just to teach. Some people are suggesting, why would AJ go to Ronnie when Ronnie had such a poor outing with Jamal Charlo and Matt Korobov? What are your thoughts on that particular statement from the detractors, let's say in comment sections, et cetera?
Like I said, there's difference between heavyweight training and other weight cat training. So you can't negate the fact that Ronnie Shields has done, he's definitely going to be a Hall of Famer trainer with the two cats that he definitely had. I mean, if it wasn't so successful, who is he? He doesn't have Jamal, but he has Jamel, right?
Well, he started them.
Is it the other way around?
He started them both and made them both champions. They were both champs
then
before.
One left.
Yeah, Jamel left, the one that's unified.
Jamel left, the one that didn't get the undisputed. Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, you know what? There's no perfection in things, but at the end of the day, like I said, it's two different weight cats. And for me, if Anthony Joshua, I'm not looking at maybe what he's achieved or not achieved as such as with lower weight cats. I'm looking at what he's achieved with the weight cat I fight in, which is heavyweight. You know.
So for me, the Korobov thing, like you said, it's heavyweight boxing, but just, I mean, you know, Charlo got Korobov on a week's notice. I don't think people understand that or remember that. Maybe they just, you know, do it to tease him. But I can't shame Ronnie or Charlo for a performance when they had to switch game plans from one fighter to the next on a week's notice. And it went from
but everybody shamed AJ on a 2 weeks notice for losing to Andy Ruiz.
No, you know
kind of.
No, what I'm gonna say is, that's a little bit of a stretch. It was 5 weeks.
Did he know he was fighting Andy for 5 weeks?
Yeah.
So it was 2 weeks because he went down the list.
Andy got a 5-week camp. Remember, Baby Miller got after the press conference. Yeah. Miller was already
he was out.
Yeah, so
and then they went down to Ortiz, waited for Ortiz.
But
for
just
like a
think
week,
about it.
He said no.
Just think about it. When you announce the press conference, it's not 8 weeks. It's normally 10, 11, sometimes even 12 out. So they got rid of Big Baby within the week of that first New York press conference. So then they start looking for people. And, that became a media headline.
Yeah, you're right. It was 5 weeks. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just got a click flashed. Yeah, it was 5 weeks. Yeah, for Andy.
But that being said, for Charlo, it was 1 week to switch to core above. And, you got to give him a pass for that. It wasn't the best performance. He was. No. Some may say he was lucky to get the win. Others may say he got the win. And the thing is,
I saw the highlights. It was a bit flat. Yeah, it was a bit underwhelming, but he still got the win. So
yeah, the thing is how you come back from it. But all I'm saying is I can't discredit Ronnie as a trainer as a trainer versus Europeans, because that's what they're saying. Like, you're gonna get this guy to face Usyk when look what happened with Korobov, and it's like, damn, bro, that's 1 week notice. Like, give Ronnie some time to put together a game plan.
Yeah, game plan.
He's also had Evander, who's one of the best cruiserweights moving up to heavyweight. So I think that's another reason why AJ should pick him.
That's what I said.
Even if you don't believe that, but you just looking to grasp on something to believe, that's pretty good. Not the fact that Evander's a Hall of Famer is great, but what's even greater is that he's been in Usyk's shoes. So. Right.
This is what I'm saying. So there's a lot to be relatable. There's a lot of gems there. I'm of the mind frame that AJ, he's a staunch Brit. He really stays in his comfort zone. Like me, I lived in the States, came back and forth the States. I've moved a lot about. My family was in the military, so I've grown up going to lots of different places, being on base in England, being on base in Germany, being in the States. AJ's life is very much UK all day, Team GB, which is nothing wrong with that. But he has to show some versatility in order for him to achieve his goal. And I think AJ works with who he really does find comfortable. And I really do think that is Ronnie Shields, hence why we saw him post stuff and he allowed Ronnie, if he didn't want Ronnie to have stuff out or the Charlos to be videoing, Ronnie could have shut the gym down and just had it, quiet, and that would have been it. So I think he's found something like Uncle Ronnie. He may find like Uncle Ron. So hopefully, yeah.
Speaking of the GB team and the whole like UK love, Eddie is saying, and I mean Eddie Hearn, he's saying that Rob McCracken hasn't been sacked. But Ronnie's saying that per his conversations, if he came on, Rob would not be there. And the one that would be there would be Angel.
Angel needs to go, first and foremost.
Why? Give me your next. Because I don't know him like that. I just know him from the last Ruiz fight.
Every top person that I've spoken in the world of boxing, including Spencer Fearon, he is of the same mind. It's like, his resume says nothing. He's not about nothing. I think who did he have the other day? He was in someone's corner, another Brit's corner the other day, last week. I forget, which was quite shocking. I just think he's just not good enough to be in the corner for AJ. Just get rid of him. Like, nobody knows him. What
if it's a friendship thing or a more like I don't know, an energy booster thing. Like, he likes to have him around him. Angel makes him feel good.
Okay, well, feel good in the background, because not all the time you can do business with friends.
And do you feel Angel's been interjecting himself? Because you're saying like do it in the background.
Yeah, he's. like I speak to like yourself, but I speak to a lot of people that are around AJ's camp, and you know, there always whispers come back. It's just like he seems to be more of an opportunist and a more of a hanger on. Like I said, he has no resume, not one bit of resume.
But wasn't he?
Time.
Wasn't he the one credited for coming up with the Andy Ruiz 2 game plan?
Yeah, I guess not the hardest of game plans to come over, but Rob McCracken was still the head trainer.
Wow.
You know, it was just be on the back foot and don't get caught by this geezer. Not the hardest game plan to implement.
I mean, he had.
I could have told him that. You could have told him that. Yo, AJ, guess what? Yeah, every time you get in the pocket with Andy, he fucks you up. Get on the back foot and box around the lad. The end. You'll win.
All right. Well, so you want them both gone?
I could see why. Like, do you know what? I feel like handcuffed because there's certain things that I know, but it's not my business to state yet. So I can't really say. But what I'll say in a roundabout way, I could see why Rob McCracken would stay, even though in my opinion he should really maybe be gone. But I can get why he would stay. I don't get if Angel is going to stay.
And I can get why Rob would stay because he's the one that started him. So there's some sort of loyalty, and respect. But I'm with you.
And he's a good trainer.
I'm with you though. There's no reason to pay someone for gratitude. Like,
no.
You've been with me. You got me here. We had our run. You know, bump fists. I got tickets for you to the fight. Like,
yeah, forever. I made you a multi-millionaire as well.
You got a nice flat, I'm sure.
Yeah, flat. You got a big house. You know, you got a house and flats. You know, I've set you up for life. You're good, and
now you got a name too. You might find another AJ.
Yeah, exactly. And Rob's passion is training Team GB, and that's what he will always do, and that's what he makes his money doing. And the AJ helped him to, you know, do even more, have the best equipment, have the best this, have the best that. But his interest is always going to be Team GB. He's got his name there. So it'd be all right if they was to part ways. So not everybody has to part ways and hate each other.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a negative. It could be an amicable split. And, you know, he still gets his yearly AJ tickets. You know, you got you just keep it, you keep it friendly, you know, you keep it clean.
Yeah. Exactly. Minor. And you never know if there's other little things that AJ feels that need to be re-implemented or anything. He could holler at Rob and say, yo, Rob, come in just for a little few weeks. I need to brush up on like, if you keep it amicable, you can always communicate and everybody use each other for the good things that they provide for each other. I don't see nothing wrong with it.
Open quote from Dillian White. The easiest thing to do when you lose is to question the people around you instead of questioning yourself. Rob McCracken is a great trainer. Look what he done for Carl Froch and other people on the GB squad. But when you lose, you start looking for excuses. Maybe I didn't sleep enough. Maybe it's the coaches. Joshua's problem is with himself. It's not with his coaches. It's him, White told Talk Sports. He let all these idiots come around him and start telling him, hey, do this and be like this. He should have started steaming Usyk after a few rounds. He should have at least tried. He just subdued to a 12-round beating. Damn.
Chulo, can you read?
I just did it. I only messed up subdued. Thank you. Look at her taking shots. She came right back with the knife out, y'all.
I was like, how do we speed this up? You know, like when you read something on the internet, you could do it like 2 times sped up.
I don't like.
No, I'm kidding.
I don't like just reading. I want to give people, you know, a
Yeah.
little bit of the
To
conversation.
comprehend.
I'm even giving them the what is it?
Comprehension.
Dillian
So they
White
can
was given
comprehend
like I don't know. His
All right, you're taking
personality a
too
little
long.
bit.
Let's move it. Okay. So what you're saying, what Dillian White is saying is, I agree, right? This is what I'm saying. This the same.
Called me Nesta Mayweather now. Thank you, Shan. Thank you. You gave me a new nickname.
No. What he's saying there, Chulo, it's right. Like, I'm hearing the same rumbling. I know Dillian White is hearing the same shit, and maybe even more than what I'm hearing, because we're saying the same thing. There's too much hangers on, basically, in your ear. That in that corner, it was fucking ridiculous. Like,
how many people are in the corner? Because I didn't notice
the spit bucket man was fucking saying shit. You're the spit bucket man, and you're saying some instructions. What is going on? He had like one behind him, Rob here, someone to his left, spit bucket guy, well, to the left, the spit bucket guy, and the other guy to the right, and they was all like saying stuff. And I was like, that is too much instructions. And it was all the wrong instructions at that.
Mr. Payne, good morning.
Excuse
Buenos
me.
dias.
Turn that gain up or bring that mic closer.
You got deep voice. You got the deep voice.
Yeah, the Barry White, man.
You got the Barry White going on there.
He over here trying to steal somebody's girl and say, good morning.
No. Can you hear me though? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clear.
Man, TBV, the best part of waking up. Y'all know the slogan from the 80s. TBV in my cup, James Payne. Lethal checking in, man. This Lady Shine. Cheerio. How we doing?
Cheerio.
Oh, is it you that says that calls in usually and says that?
It's me.
I knew the voice. I was just looking, thinking, that is that voice that calls in.
Yeah,
And
cheerio,
I
cheerio.
Yeah, cheerio. What's
Top of
up
the morning,
now?
cheerio. Well, see, for us, it's top of the morning. For you, it's more like afternoon or early. I guess not early.
2:34 over there for them.
2:34. Okay, so it's after lunch. So it's after lunch. Y'all had lunch.
Shan, did the time change? Is it 2:34 or is it 3:34 for y'all?
2:34. It changes on Halloween.
Okay.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So then it goes to what?
We go back an hour, so we'll be
1:34.
Yeah, yeah, it'll be 1:34.
I gotta remember.
Do you guys go back?
I'm sure.
Yeah, fall back, spring forward.
You go back. You go back in spring.
No, spring.
We
forward.
spring back.
Oh, you spring. No, but do you guys lose an hour like us? Oh, you go.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I forget.
Yeah, it's like daylight savings is what they call it.
Yeah, daylight savings.
I hate it. Right now, I wake up. It's so dark. It takes forever to get bright. So
like, what's the
point?
Nighttime.
Wasting your light.
Nighttime.
They call it daylight savings. I'm wasting light for 2 hours.
Yeah, we're not saving no daylight. Yeah, wasting it. But yeah, it's weird. What do you think that? What's your name, Mr. Cheerio?
James
Payne.
James Payne. That's it. Yeah.
James Payne is my name, partner.
Yeah,
how about you?
Yeah. That intro. You should have that intro when you coming on. What up?
Oh,
I mean, hey, we'll get it popping. You know what I'm saying?
So how you feel about this topic, champ? Is Dillian White right or what? Do you know it? Should I give you the?
I mean, Dillian White is. See, we had a minor conversation the other day, and you was like, "Is Dillian White a dog or is he not?" You know, why does he get? I think you had a poll up, and I was saying that like I used to didn't like Dillian White, you know, because he was the type of fighter that liked to chirp a lot, but now I actually like Dillian White because I feel like he just keeps it real and he tells the truth. It's just not necessarily the popular opinion. AJ. I didn't understand the public perception of AJ in the UK. Like, he's like the poster boy for things, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't get that. Like, I always saw AJ as a fighter and, you know, kind of like a pretty boy. And so Dillian White, on the other hand, was like the bulldog or like the enforcer, real ugly dude, like just kind of a grimy cat. Like, that's what I took him for. Like, I thought he was a grimy cat that boxed, you know what I mean? And so he keep it real. I feel him on it. You know what I'm saying? I think AJ has been in his own way. I mean, let's just keep it 1,000. You're 6'6", you know, you're an Olympian, you know, you're surrounded by competent people and you get world-class training. You're a world-class athlete. There's no way that you don't at least try to implement some type of bully strategy when you're fighting someone smaller than you. And it's like they like roughing you up and they outboxing you. You're the bigger man. By all means, you should be the more physical fighter in that particular fight. You were very aggressive against Klitschko. You know what I'm saying? Like several of your fights that you've had, you've employed some type of aggression. But what I think is AJ just struggles to fight smaller men. I mean, I don't know what it is about him, but when he's fighting someone kind of comparable to his size, it seems like he does well. But when he's fighting smaller men, it just seems like he can't figure it out for some reason. I mean, I'm looking at how Ruiz chopped him up in the first fight on the inside when he had clear advantages where he could actually box Ruiz and try to establish a jab and keep Ruiz on the outside of his jab. He even knocked Ruiz down in the first fight. He just didn't finish his work. He was sloppy about how he went to clean up his work. And then in the second fight, Lady Shan made a comment talking about how, you know, she wasn't feeling the game plan at all and how you or anybody else could have, you know, told him.
No, I felt the game plan. I felt that was the game plan that he could only use to win. But it wasn't the most. It was when you look
innovative. It wasn't the most innovative game.
Yeah, it was
plan,
the one
like,
he had to use, though. Yeah, because
I mean, but why he had to use that game plan? Like, what is it about Andy Ruiz that what AJ? This is fucking AJ. You see what I'm saying? Like, come on, now. Like, this was at one time we were talking about AJ is the #1 heavyweight in the world.
Yeah, but we had the #1 heavyweight in the world defeated by someone on his 7th fight, pro fight. Leon Spinks defeated Muhammad Ali on his 7th pro fight. It happens. Shit happens. This is just the laws of physics. You can't beat everyone the same way, or some people may just have your number. And like at the end of the day, you have to assess this, and how you get the win is just you implement that game plan for that person and you get the win. That's just it. And he does have problems fighting shorter fighters. And I spoke to a couple of people and I spoke to some boxers, and they said to me that they find it harder to punch down and it's easier for them to punch up or at eye level or slightly up. Them punching down, like to be able to implement certain like uppercuts and stuff like that, it's just kind of an awkward angle for some of them, not for all. And AJ's definitely got problems fighting shorter fighters, like you saw when he fought Povetkin, the same thing.
I mean, even Povetkin, you know, that fight, I went back and watched that fight. Povetkin actually touched AJ a little bit. I think he bloodied his nose a little bit.
He broke his nose.
But he's supposed to. It's a fight. Like,
it's a fight.
Don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know
like,
why people think just because you the #1 heavyweight or you're perceived the best heavyweight or the best fighter that you're not gonna be touched. Like, you're gonna be touched.
Yeah, you're gonna be touched.
Not everybody is Shakur, and even he was touched. Even he got touched. Jamel landed jabs. He landed body shots.
It's a fight. It's the heavyweight division. Those punches are different. See, I'm a heavyweight myself, so I say this from personal experience.
Are you? What's your dimensions? How tall are you and how much do you weigh?
I'm 6'3". When I fought on September 17th, I was 230 pounds, but because I suffered an ACL injury first round in that fight, but I fought the distance. I didn't quit, just, you know, putting it out there. You know what I mean? I fought 4 rounds with a torn ACL and didn't quit. So, you know, they just let y'all know what my heart like. And, you know, now I weigh like I'm under 220 because I haven't been able to work out like with the frequency that I like to work out with, but I'm healing ahead of schedule. But everybody's very concerned because they like, you know, you go too hard. So you might end up hurting yourself before your new ACL can heal properly. So I'm just trying to wait my turn until I can start working out on the level that I like to work out. So I'm under 220 right now, 6'3".
So you're quite a little heavyweight then. You could do
Yeah, I would be a
cruiserweight.
little heavyweight. I would be like a Usyk type guy.
You're cruiserweight, really.
Yeah, they will want me to be a cruiserweight, but I'm not gonna be no damn cruiserweight. I'm not like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying?
Just saying, you are. Just saying, at the minute, you are.
Shit,
you know.
terrible. How you gonna
Hey,
tell
it's
that
all
man he
good.
not a heavyweight?
Hey,
He's under 220 pounds.
Right
that's
now.
cruiserweight.
Yo, Brian
I
Jennings. Brian
Yeah,
Jennings.
right now.
Brian
I'm a
Jennings lasted.
bridgerweight.
Yo,
You're a cruiserweight.
Brian Jennings lasted 12 rounds with Klitschko
Yeah.
at like 220, man.
I like that. I'm a bridgerweight. Yeah, I
Marius
like it.
Marius Brady's knocked out Manuel
Hey.
Char.
Shout out to the WBC for introducing the bridgerweight division. I actually liked it. I was feeling the Oscar Rivas and the Rosicki
That fight was good though. That fight was good, but I ain't really happy with that shit. Cause look at Rivas cheating ass going cut that. How you cutting the bridgerweight? Like, if come on,
I know it's so unfair.
It
when
still
you
makes
fought your
sense.
whole career at heavyweight.
You say you cutting the
It
bridgerweight.
says more about Ryan. Shouts out to Ryan, man. It says more
Word.
about Ryan and less about Rivas. Sorry.
Yeah, I ain't feeling Rivas
It showed that Rivas could be beat. Like, Ryan's gonna kick himself. I said this last night. All he had to do was fucking get some head movement and a jab. Rivas was tired after the first round. He was done.
Yeah.
After the first round, he was tired. Did he have energy spurts here and there? Did he throw combination
Yes.
punches there? Was he
Yes.
landing the heavier
I
shots?
haven't seen
Yes.
it.
But he was there
Yeah.
to be beat that night. That
Yeah.
night. I don't know if a rematch he'll be there to be beat. That night, Ryan could have beat his ass. But Ryan, he made it into this 1960 slugs fest, man. Like, crazy.
And he told you
That was
he told
pay-per-view
you
here.
that he was old. He told you he was
I didn't
old
buy
school
it. That was
in his
pay-per-view.
mentality.
On
That
what?
fight
On
was
Sky?
pay-per-view
On
here.
Sky or on like
No,
Fight?
on Fight
On
TV.
Fight. On Fight.
For like £15,
Damn,
$14.99.
we got it with ESPN.
Yeah, you had it ESPN Plus, and I heard on this 12th round,
we paid-
it went, didn't it? Didn't it
did.
shut off?
It did shut off. All blue. Shit was ridiculous.
Show business.
Show business, man. Actually, I'm not mad. I mean, I was mad in the moment, but thinking back, I know with Border Wars, the power went out in the middle of someone's round. So it's like, you just never know these things happen,
never know.
and it makes me feel good to see it happen on the highest
On
level.
major, yeah, on
You
the
know what
highest
I'm
level,
saying?
it happens.
So that people don't be so fucking mean. He say #CakeGate.
There's people just saying gate. Anything's a gate at this minute. Gate. It's just a gate. Everything a gate. But yeah, go ahead. James Payne is the name.
Yeah, how about you, man? You know what I'm saying? Dillian White, I'm feeling the comments. I agree. He's in his own way. I also heard you guys kind of discussing switching up the team, Rob McCracken and all of that. Like, man, I mean, Rob McCracken seems like he's a great coach, but he just might not be the right fit for AJ at this point in his career.
Yeah,
and I do
sometimes you
feel
grow.
like AJ could benefit.
Sometimes you just grow apart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I do feel like AJ could benefit from some instruction from this side of the pond. I feel like the trainers over here, it's just in us, like the way that we teach fighting, the way that we understand fighting is, especially how I was taught, was that you have to engage. You know what I'm saying? And AJ has the physical attributes to engage opponents in a couple of different ways. And either way he chooses, he's going to be very effective with it because of his size, his natural athletic abilities. And man, I mean, this guy could be amazing with a double or a triple jab. He has the power with his tools to knock people out. He could beat you down over accumulation. He should have tons of experience because he's been competing at the highest level for at least over 6 years now, right?
Yeah, I think that Dillian has a point. It isn't the coaches, even though he can still gain loads from a new coach. But I think it is with AJ, and it's not the typical slight on AJ. He doesn't need a sports psychologist. It's not a mental thing. I think it's just he's accomplished so much. He's so rich. You know, it's the Hagler. It's the Hagler line. Like
I don't. No, it's not that for him. It's not the silk sheets business.
Gotta be.
Trust me.
He got too much.
What's the deal?
His fights is like 30-something mil just the purse. That's not even endorsements, and that's not even dollars. That's not even dollars. That's pounds. Like Shan, that's cool. You can know somebody all your life, but when they start getting, we talking about 200 million just sitting in your bank.
But look how he lives. One car. He lives in a house where his mum lives in there. Like, he could afford to have, like, here, mum, you just do your own thing.
But that's the point.
He drives one car.
Yeah, but just because you're modest doesn't mean that you've lost your drive. You got everything. You're bored. You got
doesn't
everything.
Mean you haven't lost your drive, you mean? Just because you're modest doesn't mean you haven't lost.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Sorry.
Yeah, got you. Yeah, I don't know. Man. I don't know. It's a possibility.
It should have been a real thing in their camp. I know they had to talk about this. They had to talk about this in AJ's camp leading up to that Usyk fight. Like, AJ, you're going to have to get, like, mix it up with this dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is...
Nah, man. Based off his comments, it sounded like they went in there thinking... Well, AJ went in there thinking he could outbox Usyk.
No fucking way.
Well, that's what he said.
That was the game plan.
But in this whole time...
That's why they got to go. They got to go.
I listen to TBV as often as I possibly can. That has been a discussion that we have talked about for months leading up to that fight. That Usyk is, if you're just talking about who's a better boxer, of course Usyk's a better boxer than Anthony Joshua. You see what I'm saying? That doesn't mean... No one
discussed on TBV that no one discussed that, oh, don't outbox him, because none of us
thought he would try to outbox him. That was going to be
the outbox him. Yeah, none of us.
What did we think he was going to be there to do?
We thought he was going to be there. Tell him, Chulo. What did we think Anthony Joshua was going to go into that fight doing?
I wanted him to go in there and bully Usyk, get him out of there. He's too little.
Exactamente. So we didn't speak about if you're going to try and box him, like, we never talked about that at all, because we didn't even think that. And the reason why we didn't think that, because we knew that Usyk is the better boxer. I just don't still, to this day, understand that.
That's why he needs to come to the States, because you see how our American champion come with it. He don't have all of the skill and the boxing pedigree.
Let's not go down that line.
You know what I'm saying? But to this day,
we can't. If I drop some facts on
the UK love to hate Wilder, but they love his phrases, boy. They be out here
hilarious.
They be out here bomb squatting to this day.
Because you know what? Because when he dropped the to this day, remember, just because we're in the UK doesn't mean we're not black. We understood what he was saying.
Yeah, I felt this shit.
Yeah, we understood.
But that's what I'm saying. His phrase. But that's what I'm saying. His phrases stick. His phrases stick. Yeah, just like bomb squad. That stuff. Come on, man. Yo, listen to me. I've seen grown man. Michael Coppinger taps me like, yo, get him to say bomb squad. Garth Davis or whatever his fucking name is. What's your man name over there with the glasses? Same thing. Tapping me.
Oh, that stupid
with the long hair.
Gareth
Davis. Same thing. Tapping me. Yo, you think you can get him to say bomb squad? Bruh, they love that shit. They love that shit.
Yeah, they do. I like to this day though. I do.
But it seemed like to y'all is more funny.
Yeah, it is. In certain
angles. To us, it's like it's like affirmation. Like how Bible Belt people, like when they say something, they be like, "Amen." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or word to them.
Different context is how we use it. Like at the time when it was dropped, I don't think we weren't laughing. We was like, word like Wilder, like, you know what I mean? To this fucking day, mate. But afterwards, it was just when you looked at it like in other, because it kept getting remixed and there was a song with it and stuff.
Yeah.
Then we started to see like, you know, the funnier side of it, but we did initially know the the reason why he said it and felt the same way, by the way, in the UK with our Cheerio. We felt the same way.
But see what AJ do this did. Like AJ got the little freestyle out there. You know what I'm saying?
Jay.
What he was saying, he say, I'm a heavyweight. I gotta watch my weight. Little freestyle he dropped him, and the dude was like, "Oh, AJ!" Like he was just like AJ just ripped it down. Like he just spit hot fire or something. You know what I'm saying?
Blowed smoke up the arse. Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? AJ don't be doing it, man. Like he just, I don't know, man. Like come out your shell, champ. It's okay to show who you really, what you really feel on the inside.
You seen interviews where AJ is just busting loads of jokes? He's always busting joke. I don't know what you guys see, but our humor and your humor are totally two different humors. Like I'll say something on here and then everyone thinks I'm like being mad rude, but it's just like our sarcastic bants is different with you guys. You
said your sarcastic bants. That's exactly what it is. It's because we don't get you guys' sense of humor. Yeah. And y'all probably don't get our sense of humor.
We do. We get yours more than you get ours. We do get yours.
Really?
So when we return it, but with our way, it's lost in translation.
Yeah.
Let me get to this super chat real quick. I got Ignorant Boxing that says he can hire Master Roshi. It's not going to matter. Everyone is so focused on AJ and are forgetting about what improvements Usyk will make. Usyk by KO.
What?
Usyk will make improvements. I hope that he feels that he doesn't need to put on any more weight, because I did a watch along yesterday with Usyk and Bradis, and Usyk was what was he like? 215, 214, something like that, 211 even. And then when he came in with Anthony Joshua, obviously he was 221. I noticed even with that difference of 10 pounds that Usyk had slowed down, but Usyk's slow is still mad fast than any other heavyweights at the minute. So I don't think he's going to come in thinking, let me put on more weight because I heard Anthony Joshua was going to put in more weight, because that would be a wrong move for Usyk to do. But sure, he's going to come in with some different improvements, and he's the master of setting traps. So this is what is going to have. It's a head game. It's a mind game with Usyk. So I can't even guess the tactical improvements that he's going to make. I literally don't know. Bless you. I literally don't know. But what do you think? Like what improvements that
if AJ's planning on putting on weight, he's got to understand. He's got to understand that it's not that wasn't the only thing Fury did. Like Fury was like reaching out for Wilder. He was excessively trying to cut the distance to lean and wear him out. It's not just about putting on weight. It's about using that
together.
It's about using that weight and physicality against your opponent. So I just want him to, if he puts it on, make sure you leaning on this fucking guy. Because Fury, man, Fury did that shit right.
You better make some contact with this man. Like, you better be basically tussling with him. When you not tussling with, man, push this little dude back and give him, man, 2 strong jabs and a strong 2 and dominate.
And I don't think it's that hard, bro. Honestly, I think Ignorant Boxing is wrong. We don't need to worry about Usyk. Usyk got split with a jab. If AJ just gets mad and lets some fucking leather go, he'll break Usyk. He split him with a jab, man.
Yeah, his face was a mess.
Like again,
timid, dude.
It's the Manny Pacquiao thing. Did you lose your killer instinct? Because listen to Shakur Saturday night. I seen he was cut. I attacked the cut so that the ref could stop it. That was his mentality.
That's what you're supposed to do. Yeah.
AJ didn't do that. He seen blood. He didn't go after the blood.
That's like Violin had Fury slashed up and still couldn't finish him. Yeah,
like it's the whole mentality. That's why, like Ness, like you is literally like an oracle when it comes to this shit, man.
Oh, there you go.
with a Judge and
Don't
dude.
hate.
Up his ass.
Don't
He
hate.
ain't no fucking oracle.
Hey,
She
yo, let
hating.
me finish. Let me
You
finish my
hating.
statement, man. Let me finish my statement, man. It's the when the weigh-ins, when they be at the weigh-ins, or when they be like having a face-offs in the body language. Because I remember when it was the Wilder Fury 2.
Yeah, and
when
he shoved
Fury
Wilder.
pushed him.
Yep,
And
I
how
knew it.
far he pushed back Wilder, and then Wilder came back and tried to push him, and he didn't hardly move him.
I said
And
it, we
this
got a
called
problem.
that out. And I was like, is that important?
Hell
And yes,
yeah.
it was.
Hell
It was very important.
He
because
tried
right
to
then,
move
right there,
Fury.
Fury knew that Wilder, he could push Wilder hella back. Because Wilder's like a lightweight to him. But when Wilder pushing back, Wilder got to put a lot into it, and he can sit down on some of this stuff. And that's the approach that he started taking. And that's how he fought Wilder. He would wear Wilder like a coat and still be using length and boxing Wilder and then smothering Wilder.
Yo, he said
It was
wear
ridiculous.
Wilder like a coat. He damn
He
sure.
was.
Bro, he was like a dead lion's mane on Wilder's back, bro. That shit was hilarious.
It's like lion skin just hanging on there.
Bruh,
baby.
You see what I'm
honestly-
saying? And AJ
honestly-
needs to implement this same damn strategy, but he can't go to Crunk Gym.
Honestly, let me tell you, I noticed an
Don't
AJ show. I noticed an AJ show, but in retrospect, I was not happy with everybody. Oh, why Warrior. But the mentality is that of a warrior. Like, you know, no, any logical boxing fan will say, you know, he won, let's say a half a dozen rounds, 6 rounds tops out of the 3 fights. And yet the man still wants to fight Fury. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy
Yeah.
already. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, this guy got your number, and you just like, no. I want another shot, and another shot, and another shot. And it's like, yo, that's crazy. I want to see what Dillian White does, circling back to White, because Frank Warren said that March, they're looking to bring Fury back. And obviously it could be Joyce or White, but
why is it going to be Joyce and it have to be White? It's mandated.
Exactly.
Why is everyone trying to get out of this?
I don't
mandate?
think that, you know,
It's
could
not
be-
mandated yet.
I don't
is
think
it
it
not?
could be Joyce anyway, because Joyce is
WBA.
WBO. He's waiting on, because he's next after Usyk. So Usyk
I
got
thought
his
he was
shot.
WBA, Joyce.
No.
Joyce is W. Is he W?
Nah.
Joyce is WBA.
Nah, Bryant is the highest.
I mean, no, sorry. I'm thinking Dubois is WBA. Sorry,
Yeah.
I was thinking Dubois.
And
Yes,
Bryant
you're
is
right.
ahead of Dubois anyway. They trying to get Frank Warren's trying to get the Bryant fight.
WBO, WBA. Sorry, I just like
So it's the WBO that I think Joyce is gonna stay that route, so that he could be the mandatory to Usyk AJ, and then Dillian and Fury. But you know, if you Google Fury and White, there's a lot of pictures of them together, like
That's why I feel we don't want that
loads,
smoke, mate.
loads of pictures of them together, and a very in shape Dillian White.
Yup.
Very
That's what I'm
in
saying.
shape, like 8-pack Dillian White. It's like, yo, what happened to White? Why he lose all that ripness? He was ripped when he was
Yeah, he
sparring.
just started eating, mate. Just started eating. Back to, he's better now. But yeah, he just ate and ate and ate. You know me, Miss Glass. You always tell me, Chulo, that I'm glass. What is it? Not half filled. There's glass half filled and
Empty,
glass half empty.
empty.
I don't think that Fury's going to fight White.
Why
don't
not?
think it's
Why
gonna
not?
High risk, low reward.
I don't think it's a low reward fight. White's like last 5-6 fights been pay-per-view in the UK.
Yeah,
That's
a
he
big
doesn't
event
win.
in the
If he
UK.
loses to White, he doesn't. If he wins to White, he doesn't win anything. Like, he doesn't gain a belt. He doesn't gain anything.
It's just mandatory
defends.
though.
He
He
defends
just defends a title.
his
against
lineal
someone that is great.
championship.
Yeah, but it's still high risk, low reward. Trust me.
Shit, shit low reward.
That's what I don't see it as that, because I think this is a great fight. But this is a dangerous one for Fury. Anybody
Yeah,
says anything
absolutely
different?
is.
Anybody
I don't
that says
agree.
Anything different?
I don't
Yeah,
agree.
'cause
Xavier's
I know
my
you-
man, But the problem is
Shouts out to Xavier Miller.
The problem is that there's blueprints out on White, and on top of that, you know, White and Chisora are very similar. You know, no one's gonna argue that White isn't more technically sound. Yeah.
Okay.
But they're very similar. And Fury fought Chisora when he was undefeated. Before everyone else made a name off Chisora, Fury fought him undefeated. Then he fought him again because he was overweight the first time. And I just think that, yeah, Dillian is a better version of White, but he's still...
Chisora, you mean?
Yeah, Dillian is a better version of Chisora, but he's still like right there. Like he's not on that next level. He's not.
Every fight he's been in like an 11 fight streak win. Like no. Chisora after that was the opposite. He was like in a 10 fight loss streak. They're totally two different fighters. They're both brawlers. Dillian White is become more technically sound versus Derek Chisora. That old Dillian White is not the Dillian White that we have today, and that's fact. So if everybody wants to judge Dillian White on how he was 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, you're going to be sorely mistaken. He's going to give Fury a run for his money. I'm not saying that he beats him. Listen, I'm just saying he's going to pose on.
He had an 11 fight win streak, but he doesn't have a 2 fight look good streak, Chan. Like he just doesn't. Okay, like he wins a fight and he's draped over the ropes with Joseph Parker. He wins a fight and in the last round he's knocked down by Rivas. You know what I mean? Like he loses a fight in between this 11 fight win streak that you forgot to mention. He gets knocked out and then he comes back and wins. So let's not act like he's got any sort of consistency that he doesn't have. The only consistency he has is that he's a fighter, a dog fighter. He wants to keep fighting the top. But like does he
get better every fight, do you think? Do you see any improvements?
I mean, how could you say that? If I was, listen, just hear me out. I'm waiting for the improvements after watching your Joseph Parker and your Oscar Rivas fight. Then Povetkin knocks you out. Like, what are you asking me? The answers are there.
Heavyweight boxing. So you can't get
the backyard.
Out. You just said it with Anthony Joshua Chulo. You just said the same thing. It's heavyweight boxing. Just because you get knocked out doesn't mean you're not improved.
Yeah, but you're only judged on your losses.
Can he not improve after?
You're only judged on your losses. You're only judged on. Nobody was saying Wilder improved. They just kept saying he lost two fights. They say he lost 2 fights. Why he wants this 3rd fight? So you know what? Yeah. It's about wins and losses. You got to win for them improvements to show.
But he got knocked out, and then he beat the guy, knocked the guy out after.
Okay, but so that's what we're asking for. So Shan,
he dropped Povetkin 2 times before he got dropped.
So Shan, that's what I'm asking for. Consistency. You just lost, and now you just won. So go ahead and win again in consistent, elite fashion. Don't revert back to looking exhausted in the Maurice Vach fight. Or hanging over the ropes in the Joseph Parker fight. That's what I'm saying. Don't go back to getting dropped in. Stop reverting.
Why can't he look exhausted? Because why can't you be tired?
Because you're a professional.
Why can't you be tired? Huh?
He looked exhausted in the Vach fight, not after the Vach fight.
I thought you said after he was tired.
No.
Okay, during, yeah I just think he didn't have the good conditioning now. You know Dillian White's on game.
But it sounds like you're making excuses. Every time I give you a fight, you got an excuse.
No. I don't got no excuse. I just know that these people are human, and it just I think we put too much expectations and think they have to be fucking superheroes. They're not my superheroes. But what I'm saying is, I give credit where it's due. Like I have seen White improve. That's all I'm saying.
Is Virgil Ortiz a superhero? Is Conor Benn a superhero? Because Conor Benn's never shown me he gets tired. He's shown me he's gonna throw punches.
Watch when he steps up, because he's not in elite right now. When he steps up. Put Conor Benn in. Put Conor Benn in with one of you guys' 147s. Go ahead.
He's already fought him. He's already fought one of our guys.
Top. If you're saying because this is top, let's go with the elite. Could you see Conor Benn fighting Errol Spence and not being out of gas? I do.
I mean, he's not ready for Errol Spence. Errol Spence is a unified champion.
Do Do you think Conor Benn?
He's ready for Broner.
Could beat Adrian Broner?
He could beat
Yeah.
Broner.
Yeah,
He
in the
could beat
state
Broner.
that fucking Broner's in. Well, he's in jail at the minute, but I mean, yeah, I think he possibly could give Broner, a good run for his money. Old Broner, no. But this Broner,
come on, old Broner ain't been around for 10 years. You talking about 2012 Broner, like he gone.
Yeah, well, 2012 Broner, lower weight Broner, 140, yes, that Broner. If they was fighting at that weight class, Broner would have gave him the business, pieced him up. But this Broner, yes, I think that Ben beats this version of Broner, unfortunately.
But you couldn't see Conor Benn going up against like a Virgil or
no, he'll get washed.
Wow.
Listen, you're not supposed to put listen. You're not supposed to put Conor in with Virgil, just like they're not putting Virgil in with Boots, just like they ain't put Boots in with nobody. So like, I don't know what y'all saying. None of these guys get rushed. They got to be developed. Conor is being developed, and he got good names on his resume right now. He beat Granados, which was a different style. Granado boxed him, so Conor's destroyer style didn't really work, but it did enough to get the win.
Hated that fight. I thought Granados did a lot in that fight. Everyone was like, "Well, Sean, you crazy." I mean, Granados poked so much holes in.
But wait a minute. But when you say did a lot, you mean like exposing? You don't mean like did a lot to win? You think he won?
I could have. I would have to watch it again, but I did have it like more closer than that. I knew it was just home cooking why he got that decision. I thought Granados just about edged it. People tell me no, Granados was mad elusive. Yeah, people said, oh, he ran. Okay, well then he ran. But there was times where Conor Benn.
You know what's the fight for for Ben?
Couldn't catch him.
Ben needs to get Andre Berto.
Yeah, I was thinking.
That's a good fight. Big puncher, 4 years removed. So Ben's youth.
Let me pull up his box rec.
Ben's youth.
Conor Benn. Sorry, too low.
No, go ahead. Ben's youth and activity should be enough to get Berto, who's been 4 years out the ring, problems.
What if Ben could get Trout?
That would be amazing for Trout.
Bro.
Trout, but Trout would expose Ben, man. Trout's too. Listen, think about it, bro. Trout fought both Charlo brothers and didn't get stopped. Trout fought Canelo and didn't get stopped. Trout beat Cotto in his prime. Like Trout fought Laura, didn't get stopped. Like every fight he lost, he was competitive to bigger men. He fought Jarrett Hurd, didn't get stopped. Like Trout is an animal dog. He just. I feel like he never had the right team until he had the right team. And then, he got the fights, Cotto's, the Canelos, and the Lauras, but he was always in he needed to do what he done now back then, and that's go to welterweight. He was too small fighting them big dudes. Like, look at him. Charlos is moving up, and he moving down. That shows you everything. He was never a big 54. That's why he fought and beat Cotto, because Cotto started at 140.
Okay, so Conor Benn's 19-0. So would you say he's at this, like his next, when is he going to be moving into the realms of where we're going to see him going to fringe world level? Because 19 fights, I would have thought 19, 20. Or am I just gauging it wrong? Am I just too much fast forwarding him? By 19 fights, he should be moving up a little.
Who, Conor?
Notch. Yeah.
Man, you're tripping, man. You capping out here. You just don't like Conor.
How am I capping? I do like him.
He fought a common opponent with Earl Spence and a common opponent with Danny Garcia. Like, what more do you want? Like,
I'm asking you a question.
You asking your question is wrong, Shane. You asking me when is he gonna step up? But you saying
there's not wrong or right questions. There's wrong or right answers.
Okay, so
there's not wrong or right questions.
My answer to your question will be this. My answer is I believe he's already stepped up.
Cool. That's all you had to say. Was it that bloody hard?
Sometimes
Go ahead, James Payne. What do you think?
I'm over here thinking of potential appointments for Conor that would
Do you think he's already, like Chulo said? Do you think he's already
opponents.
stepped up, or do you think at 19 fights?
His last fight, he did pretty damn good. That's what started getting me to wondering, like, what's up with Conor? You know,
okay.
He's
so
like
Chulo and James, who would you put Conor in next with if you had?
I'm sitting here game playing
who
right
would you,
now.
Chulo?
He said no on the Trout.
I said Andre Berto.
You say Berto.
Okay. Oh yeah, you did say that. Right.
You want to go and dig
him
up.
I think Eddie could get him nice and cheap. He's been out the ring 4 years.
I'm thinking,
and he's a big puncher, so it gives Conor the opportunity to feel some power. But he's got the youth.
Is K.O. Brook retired?
No, not yet.
Basically, though,
he's waiting for one more fight. He said.
Yeah, but based off that last interview I seen with Eddie, he basically said that the Khan Brook fight is dead. That Brook doesn't want it anymore. You know, something about his heart not being in it anymore, something like that.
No, it's just Khan. Khan's the one that just keeps what it is. Yeah, Khan's wanting too much money for now. You're not worth that money no more. This is what you have to get. At least Kell Brook fought last year, right? At least Kell Brook fought last year. Khan ain't fought listen, Khan wanting 10 milli and all of that. You're not worth 10 milli now. Man. So that is why it keeps stopping the negotiations, because Khan wants too much money. And in fact, even Kell Brook wants a bit too much money. The fight doesn't garner no $20 million or pounds. It just doesn't.
It's barely a meal a piece.
Yeah, mate, you're going to have to come down to about 2.5 each. None of you don't got no belts.
2.5?
I was thinking a meal.
Khan ain't got to do that, though, because Khan just made, he made 7. He made 7 with Billy Dib, and then he went and made 6.5 with Crawford.
When was that?
In the Middle East.
Yeah, what year?
Chic money.
I think the Billy Dib maybe 2 years ago.
Okay. No, it was pre-pandemic.
So
I'll check.
It's before the pandemic, wasn't it? Yeah, so maybe 2019.
But the Crawford fight wasn't too long ago. Believe me, Khan got old money.
Okay, but here in the UK,
Khan is back in training too. Remember?
Yeah, he is. I've seen him training. I've seen the pictures. Who was he with? He took a picture with the other. Wasn't it Sugar Hill?
Nah, he's training with Bomac, and Khan fought.
Bomac, that's it.
Khan fought Billy Dib in 2019, and damn, that man made almost $20 million in 1 year.
Yeah, but that fight is not going to make. If you think about it, if you was the businessman to put up the money for a Khan and Brook fight now in the UK, would you be giving them 10 million a piece and thinking that us in the UK would buy that on pay-per-view?
But that's the thing. What you got to factor in is this: Khan fought Billy Dib in the Middle East.
Yeah,
so it's like he can always just go over there with a better fight than this. Was a featherweight, and they gave him $7 million. So, you know,
yeah.
So so I guess they rules out Brook for being. So I guess Khan would be too tough. I mean, hell, would Kavalaskis be too much of a test?
That would be a good test. That would be a good
Kavalaskis?
Yeah.
For who? For Conor?
Conor?
Yeah. Because Virgil just did it. So if Conor wants to show he's on the level of the young up and coming American,
or maybe it's the Sebastian kid Formella.
Didn't he fight him already?
He did fight him already.
That's what I'm
he
saying.
Sure did. Damn, I'm sure. You see, I you know what I mean. So that's
what
already
I'm saying.
done.
That's why I was shocked. That's why I was shocked when ladies.
That one went.
He fought him right after Sean.
That's why I was shocked that Lady Shan was secretly hating on Ben. I'm like, my man, Ben stepped up.
He came and got that Porter old work to make him look better.
You know what it is?
Listen, people argued. People tried to argue that Conor Ben did better than Porter versus Formella. And you're over here not giving that man credit. I don't get it.
No, I give him credit. I give the credit to little dude, but I remember David Avanition's team reached out for a fight. David Avanition.
You just called him little dude?
Because he's 5'8". He's little.
Yo,
he's 5'8".
She takes mad secret shots, man. She called James not a heavyweight. Now Connor's a little dude. What's up with you?
But I didn't say that James is a little dude. He's 6'3". He's 5'3". James, he's 5'8". He's 5'8".
380, and she let off 6 real
Tim
quick.
Bradley's 5'8", and he's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Mate. You know what? I don't like the little dudes like that. They're little. I'm 5'6". They're little. They little. They whittle. Whittle dudes. Little. Oh God, that sounds appalling. James Payne. James Payne is your name.
Appalling.
That was awful. Yeah, say it. Repeat after me. Repeat after me. Awful. Awful. Yeah, awful. Yeah.
Speech class with Lady Shan here.
That's right. Elocution lesson.
Let me see here. We're going to open up these phone lines, see if we got any callers.
Yeah, I forgot about this part of the show. Come through. Go on.
Well,
the bitch is back.
I'm gonna cut out right here before the callers bounce. Before the callers come in. I got therapy on my leg, chump.
Are you ducking, man? That shit.
I ain't ducking. You want me to reschedule? All right, give me a few minutes. All right, give me a few minutes. Let me call them.
It's not even a lot of callers today. Don't waste your time, champ. We got like six.
All right, well, let's rock out. Let's rock out then.
So yeah, man, if anybody actually, you could just go ahead and let me know on Skype. I know a lot of people are at work right now, so those that want to rock out and may have something to say, now is the time to bring it up. That being said, we got a super chat from Boxing. It says, Ness, did you see the peach emoji and the birthday cake emoji? So this stems from that whole Untitled conversation, remember, Shan?
We need to do another one. When are we doing the next one?
It's every Monday. We go live.
I thought it was Friday.
That's today. Actually, today's Monday at 7 p.m. Listen.
I just got a call saying that
that you got
Ronnie Shields is swapping. He's coming on earlier, so he's coming on 11 p.m. my time, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 p.m. Eastern. So 6 p.m. Eastern. So that's at 11 p.m. and he's on for an hour. So if you're doing Untitled, I can, after finishing Ronnie Shields, I can do Untitled.
Yeah, I got something going on today, so I'm gonna...
You're not doing Untitled today then?
I am. I just don't know if it'll be the normal 7 or 9 p.m. because of the availability.
Well, just let me know then anyway.
For sure.
So the peach emoji, we'll save that for Untitled.
And don't forget, Border Wars, December 11th. Clock is ticking. Get your tickets. It's pinned in the comment section. Let me just see how many days we got left. Remember, we got a Border Wars show Wednesday at 7 p.m. And we're 47 days out, aren't we? Yeah.
Where's that? That's the one in Florida.
That's the one in Florida. Get your tickets. 7 days out, man.
What date is it exactly?
December 11th. December 11th.
What? Oh, December 11th. Cool, yeah.
It's a Saturday in Florida. What city?
Plant City, Florida. You can land in Tampa or Orlando, whichever you want. And I would recommend Tampa. I believe that's closer.
You know, Coach Malachi is based in Florida. He should go.
I think he's in Miami, right? Isn't he in Miami?
He's not. He's not really in Miami now. He was in Miami, but he's. I think he's like Tampa. Yeah. Are you near Tampa?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, why don't you guys rock out? Like, why don't he go to Border Wars?
I don't have his number, but he got a gym.
No, he don't got a gym. I'm just saying, like, just to him to go and spectate.
No. I thought you meant. I mean, no. What I mean by he has a gym is because you called. I know his name is Coach Malachi.
Coach. Oh, yeah, because he's a strength and conditioning coach. So he does that. Yeah, not in boxing. It's such like he helps bodybuilders and stuff like that. Yeah. So that's why he's a coach.
He's definitely built. That's how I prefer my trainers to look. Like, don't try to physically train me and you looking like.
And you look like shit. You know exactly. I mean? Don't try and make me come to the hairdressers and you say, this is the girl going to do your hair and her hair looks like trash. I hate that. It always is like that.
James,
why are you doing my hair?
James Benitez says Michael Benson reported White or Joyce next for Fury per Bob. Yeah, that's what I said.
Right,
but I'm
okay.
pretty sure that Joyce won't do it. They're gonna.
I spoke to Carlos Takam. He said Joyce is not ready for a title fight like that for about another 2 fights.
I say Fury stops White.
Fury stops White. Yeah, I mean, if he fights,
if you get that uppercut out,
if he fights like the way he is, the way he's been,
He gonna wear white like a coat. He gonna be like.
Oh no! That's where you're wrong. James Payne is the name, and
he gonna White.
No. You've got it wrong. You need to go back and analyze how White fights. There's no way that Fury is draping over White like he did over Wilder, like a coat. I know you'd like to think that because it makes Wilder still look great, but it doesn't.
Because White be in hugging matches with smaller men.
Yeah, but that's with smaller men. With smaller men,
he ain't never fought. He's never fought anybody on the stature of Fury. He's never fought anybody that large. Exactly, and you can't prepare for it,
bruv. White is not going to let Fury lean on him like a coat. I'm telling you,
Fury, the way Fury fought, I don't see him reverting to the way he fought Klitschko and with the feints and staying on the outside. Yeah. Fury was in trouble with Otto Wallin and got very aggressive with Otto Wallin. Like every man that he's fought since he started fighting Wilder their way, he's like very aggressive with him. So I think Fury stops.
White's inside game is very great. He's not going to be able to drape on White religiously like he did on Wilder. He's a much bigger guy with big legs, and if Fury feels that he can do that, White will give him the left hook.
And you're saying that because of Dillian White's inside game, or you're saying it because you think Dillian White is more powerful of a puncher? Because I think Wilder's a much stronger of a puncher than Dillian White.
Wilder's a one punch knockout artist. He's a one punch knockout artist. White is very powerful, but it's within like a combo 2-3 punches, which, you know, I'm not saying that he beats Fury, but that same game plan that Fury did to Wilder cannot be done.
You don't want to see him do. I'm very interested to see what Sugar would implement on Dillian White. I think they would make their fight very easy. I think that their fight would not go 8 rounds. I could see Fury getting White out of there in 8 or less. I could see that. I would be shocked if it went longer.
Yeah, I think that Shan is and many White fans are banking on the many years of White powerlifting. You know, he's always shown himself doing legs, leg press, squats, which I guess theoretically will help him with Fury's draping and excessive weight. But it's one thing to push weight off you with your legs and another thing to fight and push. And Wilder found that out. And obviously there's now tape to try and combat that. But again, I seen Fury extending. He's literally, reaching out to bring you where he wants. Like, it's part of his game plan.
But you got to see that White and Wilder, the weight differences. White is closer to the same weight as Fury.
But he's shorter.
It don't matter.
He's 6'2", 268.
Yes. Yeah, come on, man. There's a difference. There's a difference. We've got a long reach.
And Shan,
though.
And Shan, are you gonna tell me that when White is at his best, he's 268? Because he's not.
He goes down to about 262, 258.
Nah, not at his best. Let's look up Derek.
What was it? Oh no, the last time
I'm gonna look up Derek
right.
Chisora. Derek Chisora's second fight, or was it the first fight? Because that's the one.
This last fight. The first Povetkin fight was the best weight
the way
he made.
He looked. My preference was that Derek Chisora fight. He looked phenomenal.
No, that's not the best. Is that the best that he's looked?
For me, White looked the best in that Derek Chisora fight. Or maybe I'm confusing. Maybe I'm confusing. No, maybe I'm confusing Chisora's weight.
He looked good.
Yeah,
for
Chisora
a
was
while.
thinking, no, guys, are you lot been watching White? We even called it on Sky
We watched
Live.
all White
Yeah,
fights.
White came in at 17. I don't really do stones either. 17 stones.
So
it's like
this
just
what I'm
under
saying.
18
Look,
just-
his
just
last
under 18
fight,
stone.
his last fight, he was 247.
Yeah, and
The
then what
one
was he
before
with,
that-
with the one before that was
Before
Vivek
252. So it was only
Yeah,
a few
okay.
pounds. Only a few pounds. Now the one
Okay.
that he was overweight is the
Saudi Arabia.
the Maurice Vach fight, 271.
Yeah,
The Rivas fight, 260, 259. And he showed it in that fight. Look, Chisora, I was right, 246 and a half. He looked great. I remember that fight, man. They both came in really, really good shape.
Okay.
But you
yeah,
can see,
so he won't come
you
in
can
that with
see,
Fury
you
then.
can see Joseph Parker. He looked bad in that fight. He was almost 260. He was 258 and a half. This is what I'm telling you. Like you
Yeah,
trying
so
to
he's
give
gotta
him,
come light.
you trying to give him credit for being heavy, but when he's heavy, he's at
Yeah.
his worst.
Yeah. He's gonna have to. He's gonna have to be coming in at like the 240, top 240s, isn't it? Mid to top, and maybe early 250s then, and don't go any further than that. I just know his genetic structure is totally different to Wilder. He's got thick legs. He was a kickboxer. You know, he's sturdy. He's stocky. He's solid. He's not the frame of a Wilder.
Yeah,
You can't judge the
hit.
frame on the Wilder.
He's
Sorry.
there to be hit. Like
You
he's
know,
there to be
it's
hit.
not a
and
Wilder.
he's-
He can box better than Wilder.
and
Yeah,
he's
Wilder
shown
only has one
tendency.
punch. You know, it's one punch. Dillian White can at least box.
He's there to
Well,
be hit.
we'll
and he
see.
shows
We'll
a
see because
tendency to lay down.
Dillian White has lost to
So
lesser.
does Deontay Wilder have a tendency to lay down from a pillow-fisted fighter. So you know they're equal in that setting. So this will be equal. Yeah,
Hey,
they both been knocked out.
I don't know, man. The truth is that Wilder lost
So
to
is
the number
Wilder.
one heavyweight. That's the truth.
Okay. Yeah. So maybe Dillian White. They've both been knocked out. Whether how much you want to sprinkle nice little party sprinkles on top of your ice cream, they've both been KO'd clean out. So yeah, it's even
out.
footage. Yeah. So let's see
We've
how it.
seen,
So
we've
let me
seen
get to
Fury
these
knocked
phone
down,
calls.
but not out though. We've seen him.
No,
knocked
we've seen White knocked out and we've seen Deontay Wilder knocked out. So what I'm saying is that is the even footage where they're going with Fury. So Fury's knocked out Wilder. Let's see if Fury can knock out White. He can.
I
That's
get
why
what you're
wanna see this
saying, though.
fight.
I get what Payne is trying to say. It's we seen Fury go down and still get up.
Yeah, for real. That's why I'm saying I don't know if White beats him. Like, it gives him a run for his money, is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
so I think that's what James must have misunderstood. But let me go ahead and get to these callers, if any, real quick.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Subscribe to youtube.com/theboxingvoice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
These calls are brought to you by Big Rigs Trucking Agency, experts for all your insurance and trucking needs. For quotes and consultations, visit us at brtagency.com or contact us at 908-943-6918.
All right. Let me go to Brandon in Cincinnati. What up?
Hey, whole nother time zone. Jumped up for back with our mind on. Can't play when you here, get your life stole. If you bring it here, then the price grow. Folks jabbing and punching the line long. I drop a pigeon, let 9 go. We slap with the fake glass and white go. This only happens in Ohio.
Yo, good morning, TVV. How I sound?
What up? Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, what up, panel? What's up? What's up?
Hi,
I agree with everything Dillian White pretty much said. I think AJ has the skills. I think he got the power. I think he got the size. And I rewatched that Usyk fight. He actually looked okay trying to box, but he just was thinking too much, in my opinion, trying to figure out where to try to, place his foot, trying to get the upper hand on the foot placement and shit like that. Like he was just trying to outthink Usyk. And I don't know with the, speed difference, if he can be able to do that. So I think he needs to just, try not to think so much in the rematch and just go out there and do him. Because I mean, being AJ is what got him that far anyway. But yeah, I thought he didn't have a chance after the fight. Now I'm kind of like 65-35, leaning towards 60-40 Usyk. But you know I am the AJ of trucking, so I'm rooting for my guy to get the win. But yeah, that's my call, man. Yeah, take it easy.
Yo. Brandon.
Yo.
Who wins? Fury or White?
Man, Fury gonna beat the shit out of White, man. And I like White. Well, Fury beat the shit out of White, man.
Brandon, does Fury get a run for his money from White?
I will say this. White does propose a bigger risk fighting on the inside than Wilder did, for sure.
But answer that question. Does he how you phrased it, Shan? I don't want to fuck up your phrase.
Give him a run for his money.
Does he give him a run for his money?
No.
Okay.
No. Unless he can, he does do well at digging to the body. So unless he lands some hard shit to the body, yeah. I don't think White the guy to do it. I think it's some cats that will give Fury a run for his money, but I don't think it's White. I'm gonna let you get to some other callers because I'm about to walk in the gym, bro.
Oh, you wanted to let us know you about to work out? Adrian, you available? All these healthy dudes trying to work out and shit.
Yeah, that's me too, man. I've got to go to my therapy session, but I'm rocking out.
Nah, go ahead, brother. You gotta do your thing.
I
beat Polly. I left with his belt and his girl.
I'm gonna hang out.
And I know all y'all against me. All that soft talk. I know you can do it, man. You got to just shut that soft ass shit up.
BoxingVoice.com.
Hey, yo, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, yeah. So what was the topic? Is Dillian White talking about AJ's in his own head?
Yes.
No, was that the topic? Yeah.
I mean, man. AJ's gun shy, man. You know, I mean, he hasn't been the same since the Andrew Ruiz fight. I think that it is going to take another trainer to maybe pull him out of that, but part of that's on AJ. AJ's got to get over being knocked out like that, and I think that he can. He's relatively young, right? I mean, AJ is still in his late 20s or early 30s.
Yeah, early 20s, right? Late 20s. I think he's 28, ain't he, Shan?
Who? How old's AJ?
Yeah.
32.
Okay, so he's in his early 30s. He's got time to get over it, but some of that is self-work. He do need to work on himself and mentally get over that because, you know, I mean, you don't hold those titles. You don't fight the people that he fought because you're soft. I think he just needs to mentally get back to where he's at. I mean, we've talked about it on the show. I mean, he's got a great resume as a heavyweight. So, I mean, he just needs to get mentally back right. I do think that will take a different trainer, a different perspective. He needs to change some things up to find himself. What else? Dillian White being a problem for Tyson Fury. I think it's a good fight. I think the fans don't lose, but I do think Dillian White loses. But otherwise, you know, that's all I got. You know, I'm about to get in this gym here with Chino. We about to go in this real nice facility that we got out here and really put in some work, getting ready for Border Wars 13 because we're going to see you over there in Florida. We just booked our flights. So, you know, we're definitely on the way. And obviously you see me.
Adrian?
Yeah.
Is this Adrian?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Adrian.
Yeah.
No, I'm listening to the voice thinking, you're right, Age. Sorry, I didn't notice you. Yeah, go ahead.
It's all good. And, you know, you see me now, so I'm working now for Border Wars 14. So, you know, I'm starting to work early. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm always in shape, but I'm not always in fighting shape. So we're going to get in fighting shape early on so we can have a good camp for 14. Because I know Show Kid, shout out to Show Kid, go ahead and take that belt off of Canadian Jose. Because I need you to keep it warm for me in Border Wars 14. So shout out to Show Kid. I hope SDS has a better showing in Florida than they did Wisconsin. But yeah, we out here about to put in some work, and we'll get some footage. You're gonna check it out. We had a really nice facility too, Ness. If you ever come back out here, I definitely need to bring you here to work out. This is like the swankiest shit you'll ever see. They got the treadmill.
Work out. That's a nice mess. Works out, mate.
They got the treadmill in the infinity resistance pool under the water here. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got everything you could ever think of. But we're gonna show you some video of that.
Okay.
But yeah, man, that's all I got. That's all I got. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning on the show. I don't got any clients in the morning, so we should be good to go, and I'll see y'all in the morning.
Peace. JT, New Orleans, are you available? JT,
Are you available? Are you available?
Head movement! Head movement! Head movement!
That's what my man needed. What was that? Bro, Zeki, he needed that head movement, man.
So
Head movement!
Look
this guy.
For shit. Hey, come on. That was a piece of fuck you. That was a piece of shit. You know, we're doing live TV. Man, I don't care. What you gonna do about it?
I'll kill this mother. Why do you have to talk like that? Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. You have a problem? Turn off your station. I'm the best ever.
Yo, what up?
What up?
What up, Ness? Lady Shang. James still on here?
Nah.
Oh. I think Dillian White, it will be a good fight. For Fury resume. I mean, I kind of agree. He have a better inside game than Deontay Wilder ever would be, because Deontay Wilder was never no inside type of fighter. He was just a puncher. But I think eventually Tyson Fury will beat him. He'll make the fight close and ugly in the beginning, but Dillian White's gonna get tired and stuff like that. That's what's consistent about him, and I just think Tyson Fury just start painting him up. You know, the difference between him and Dillian White, Deontay Wilder, we gotta understand, he's been knocked out his last previous fight, he's been stopped, but Dillian White been embarrassed a few times, and there's no shot at him, but I just think he's one of them fighters. He's just a high level, B-level fighter. You know what I'm saying? So he's close around the top, but never gonna be at the top to be with the elite fighters and stuff. So that's all really I got on that topic. But Anthony Joshua, I think it's a mental issue with Anthony Joshua. Like y'all was talking about it earlier. You tried to bring up the Marvin Hagler speech earlier, Ness. I just think a lot of people put pressure on AJ, and he wasn't even expecting that type of pressure coming from himself. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody could believe you good, you're great, you this and that. But if you don't believe it yourself, you're going to be questioned.
Cut it. Wait a minute. You say you know boxing?
Yeah. What is it? Maybe I don't know.
Tell me what a full counter is.
Love this
I've never heard that term before. That must be your term. You must have been
No, fair shake. HBO need to fire you. You don't know shit about boxing. You ain't shit.
King not coming through. All right, Majid.
The beat came through, though.
The beat
Good
came
beat.
through.
Mm-hmm.
Majid in Ohio, available?
Are you available?
My Jimbe.
Good morning.
What up?
All right, so on the topic, I think it's just Dillian White talking shit as usual. I don't think it is in AJ's head. The problem is when you are starting to dictate what goes on in your training camps, the problem is that you are too comfortable, and that is the coach's fault. He needs a new, a fresh face, fresh, kind of camp to start things over, and that's understandable, man. You do grow apart, people grow apart even in relationships, So it's time to get a new trainer to get that hunger back, that eye of the tiger. Go into those Philly gyms and really start, understanding what you're here to do as a professional fighter. But onto the Dillian White and Tyson Fury. Listen, man, I think that fight goes maybe 4 rounds. Tyson Fury is a 15-round fighter in the heavyweight division. There's not many heavyweights nowadays that you can say that about. Dillian White gets tired in 3 rounds, 4 rounds. He's not somebody that's a high volume. And you being able to leg press doesn't mean you can handle a guy of Fury's height and weight on you over and over and over again. I mean, if you're telling me that you're squatting and you're squatting 600 pounds over and over again, maybe leg press is bullshit. I don't know, man. And I understand what Shannon's saying about the inside fighting. I do think that you will see Fury using the jab a lot more, but also still using that clinch to tire him out and knock him out in 4 rounds. But that's my call, Ness. Great show. Keep it up.
See you. Salute.
CYP.
Yo. Listen, we was wrong. We're not.
We're not going to be wrong again.
Hey. So y'all hear me?
Yeah, you said
now
we
we
was wrong?
can.
Oh yeah, not we. She was wrong about his weight being high, and he's gonna come in high because he's great when his weight is high. No, we checked it. It's not that. Then we talked about his bone structure and his density. We'll see. The truth of the matter is, people actually picked Wilder to win in 3 of those fights. Nobody's picking White to win at all. And I wish they would so the bet can go up so I can get rich.
Anyway.
Like I wish nobody is picking White to win. Ask everybody on the panel. Ask everybody. Listen, nobody's picking him to win. We're sitting there arguing about a dude giving a good fight. That's where the UK is in boxing now, outside of Fury. Will he give him a good fight? Will AJ give Usyk a good fight? I was the first one to tell y'all the UK brothers are not built like the American brothers. They need our help. That's why they come over here to get better at boxing. Listen to Lennox Lewis. He came over here to get better at boxing. Y'all just don't have it. And White is gonna get worn out like a dirty white floor. And AJ has not lost confidence.
Did, it? Yeah,
yes, you're right. You're right.
Same thing as your great American boxer.
Why are you talking over my call? Why are you talking over my call? Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Everybody knows. Everybody who knows boxing knows that Fury has like a 90% knockout rate when he's 270 plus pounds. Let me know when 250-pound Fury or 240-pound Fury knocks out Wilder. It's never happened. You from the UK, you need to get to know your boxers better before you start defending them.
I know. Okay.
You don't want this smoke. You don't want this smoke.
Okay. Got it. I can't even bother to address it. That was a trash call. But hey, you paid for it. Ness is on the phone. Didn't listen to a word. I don't blame him. But you've got extra time, so go ahead. I'm looking at other stuff. You've bored me. Oh, nada. It's finished, Ness.
No. That's you. If you want to go back and forth, you tell me. What has 270-pound Fury done? What does 270-pound Fury do in the ring to his opponents?
I'm now silent. Do your thing.
I'm just asking the question. What does 270-pound Fury do in the ring to his opponents?
He knocks them out if they are a one-trick pony.
Thank you. I just wanted you to answer that because that makes me right and you continually wrong. Continually.
I didn't say that Dillian White beats Tyson Fury. If you listened, Mr. United States of America, you should run for president because you're the best in the world. But anyway, if you listened, I said he gives him a run for his money. You asked me a question and now you're over talking. So which one you want to do? You want to listen or you want to get cut? Or do you want to just talk? Which one?
I don't know if it's because you're a woman, you don't listen to men, but nobody said that.
I have nothing to say. Go ahead. You bored me. You bored Ness. Now someone else has come on. I mean, bore him. I'm out. You're boring.
Well, shout out to CYP. Shout out to Lady Shan. Shout out to Ness.
He's talking like this, and we are the best. And if you don't come to America, because we do this and we do that, run for fucking president, my dude.
you know, in the best interest of, and I ain't trying to play that role, but listen, everybody has a valid opinion. Everybody has a good contribution. I missed CYP's statement, but I know he'd be bringing the facts. I know he's definitely well connected. Lady Shan as well. You got your expertise, but let me say what I want to say. First of all, I'm biased. Dillian White is my guy. Yard man Tings. I will not go against that, but I'm a boxing fan. What he feels or thinks about AJ, I can agree, but to a degree. Meaning, like, when somebody got a problem, sometimes they don't recognize it. I think AJ recognizes that there's issues, and I think it was James Payne said, when you come stateside, there's like that freedom. AJ was running around taking. I was calling his Prince Akeem Coming to America tour. I think he needs that rejuvenation. He needs to be a little bit uncomfortable. Maybe get him a 2-bedroom apartment in Acre Homes, Texas. In Houston. That. He don't need to be staying in LA. He don't need to be in Miami. He don't need to be with Mess or in the palatial estate in Florida. You know what I'm saying? Next to Trump. He needs to be in a 2-bedroom apartment in Houston, Texas, getting in his pickup truck and just rolling out. And
he was doing that here. I mean, he was in a 1-bedroom flat in Sheffield. 1 bedroom.
But that's
for
what
8 years, 9 years, 8 years.
The man knows that he has something to overcome. To me, the guy that has a problem is the one that's like, oh, nah, everything's fine,
that
man.
doesn't acknowledge the problem. Yeah.
Yeah. So whatever it is, I think AJ's getting to it, and I'm proud of him for doing so. And we know, we've said it time and time again, the success rate of UK fighters, when they come stateside and take that ride, it only increases their technical skills, their credibility, and everything about them. So I'm with it, man.
I'm super with it. Do you know, I saw Bermain Stabern on a live last week. He said, wrong move for AJ to be in the States. He said, take your trainer and go back to the UK. He said, if you're going to be in Ohio, cool. But he said, anywhere else, if you're in Miami, LA, New York, all of those hype places, he said, because AJ was on the beach and he was spotted in Miami on South Beach, and he said there was a whole load of girls just all around him. I was like, so he said that
had them legs weak.
Him.
Them American bodies had his legs weak out here, huh?
That could distract him.
Distract him?
Because we don't have that. Like,
I heard they took all the energy from him.
Say that, Chico?
I said I heard they took all the energy from him.
What, the girls? What kind of energy they took from him?
Girls every day.
Everywhere.
London,
from London, Canada and USA.
Yo, listen, let me get to some of these super chats, and I got me mastermind on the line coming right at you. So we got James Benitez that says, you got a bunch of people who rather troll in the chat and too scared to call in. People are only tough through text. Shout out to the panel. Another good one. Right back at us with another one. He says, I'm still disappointed Colbert's next fight isn't Gary Russell. It's hard being a Gary Russell fan. Lady Shan, what you think about that fight? Gary Russell versus Chris Colbert.
Yeah. Gary... We just, at this point, we want to see Gary Russell fight, don't we? Mm-hmm. At this point. He says a lot in the media. He's got a lot to say. But I would like to see... But everybody was saying that wouldn't it be good for Shakur to face Colbert? And
yeah, I like that.
That would be a decent fight.
They ain't going to do that now because it's cross-promotion. It's going to be another Earl Crawford. Especially with those two personalities. Those two personalities are better than Earl and Crawford.
Wild. Yeah.
They're way better than Earl and Crawford. Those two personalities are going to be bananas.
Yeah, Gary Russell Jr. needs to fight though, man, and I would look forward to seeing that fight. You know, it's a fight to see where he's gauged at. Gary Russell Jr.'s fought like twice in 6 years or something silly like that, right? Silly.
I got a few jokes for Gary Russell. You know, I make fun of the alligator arms and everything, but truly, he's a talented fighter. And I say that in a lot of ways just to kind of, like, not like I can goad him into it, but I'm like, bro, we want to see that talent. Prove me wrong. You know what I'm saying? But it's you know, it's always a game of what have you done for me lately? And lately, he ain't done enough for us to remember how amazing he is. So he got to do something.
Me lately. Ooh, yeah. Man, Nada. He done nothing.
I was actually like happy and sad to hear Chris say he was supposed to fight Gary because I was excited. Like, damn, that's an
Why
amazing
is it called
fight.
off? What's happened?
WBA doing the same wretched thing they done to Ugas. They forcing some bullshit WBA fights instead of the fights these fighters trying to make. Ugas was trying to fight Earl for a 3-belt unification. WBA said, no, you got to fight Imante Stanonius. And then, Colbert was in negotiations with Gary Russell, and they said, no, you got to fight Gutierrez. But let me get to my mastermind right after another few of these. Let me get another few of these out the way. We got Cal O. Why was an MMA fighter, Darren Till, a guy that fought 170 pounds, took Fury down? Fury's game in the clinch can be negated with some proper training. All right, champ.
I said this, yeah.
All right, champ. I don't even know who Darren Till is.
Darren Till is he's from the UK actually, I believe. And he's been giving some cats some. I don't know. I can't distinguish. I don't follow it close enough. I can't distinguish whether he talk about the smoke or he actually gives the smoke. But I think, as a boxer, maybe you don't want to, have to tap in with no MMA trainers. You don't want to have to call Doomy to go learn a guillotine chokehold just because you got to go in there and wrestle Tyson Fury. So. I don't know how you solve that. And I think that's part of why Tyson can employ that as a trick. How do you prepare somebody? You could call your fattest homeboy. You know what I'm saying? Have him come over, and every time he throw a jab in the cross, just come in and just hug you up and just bear hug you. You don't want to employ a whole different trainer for that. I'm not sure you can negate that, other than the jab, or am I missing something?
Yeah, I get your point. Good point.
Let me get to James. It says Eubank versus GGG next year, May. Who you got?
Probably
Eubank.
Probably
Eubank
Eubank
now.
at this point. He fucking waited
At
for
this point, he waited till the dude's nearly 87 years old.
My man's 38 right now. He fucking waited forever. And it's sad because a few months ago I was like, yo, man, fucking Triple G needs to fight somebody instead of just waiting for Canelo. But now it's just like, you ain't fought in so long. I seen him doing his little training camp in Big Bear with that dumbass vest on, little bubble vest. I'm like, you look old as hell right now, man. I hope he's still the old Triple G, and no pun intended, like the old young Triple G, not the old Triple G, new Triple G. But
when he was Mexican drama show, Versace robes. You're looking like the Ric Flair robes, rather.
Yeah,
big
man.
drama show.
That fucking robe he had was beautiful. But I'm still picking. I think I'm gonna pick Eubank. I think I'm gonna pick Eubank. I think I'm gonna pick the youth. Not only because of the youth too, not because he's better than Triple G. It's just the youth. But Eubank ain't never been in there with nobody like Triple G. He might be so scared he don't even fight the way he normally fight. But hopefully he could get that coming out performance where he looked like Roy and shit. All them years training with Roy finally rub off. That's another UK dude went to Roy. He be out here in where Roy? Pensacola.
Pensacola. And Ness, I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to say that Eubank gets in there and he feels Triple G's power, still a legitimate puncher, still can't take nothing away. But he feel that power and he say, okay, this is what I'm dealing with. And he embraces the confidence and that feeling like I should have been here 3-4 years ago. And now I'm here with Roy. I think it goes the other way in terms of his confidence, allowing him to, and Roy's going to give him some good tips. You know what I'm saying? And Eubank loves movement. So Triple G's gonna exactly. Eubank, jab all day. You know what I'm saying? To take you around the world.
He can't jab, but that's the thing. He can't jab better than Triple G. Triple G's timing is good. Again, is that going to be off because of his
he ain't that
rust? No, well, the rust, inactivity. He's got
inactive. Yeah.
He's got age on his side, inactivity on his side, and then rust. It's like.
And plus mileage too, you know what I'm saying? He done took a couple cross country trips in the Honda, so it's still new. But when you go cross country 3-4 times, miles.
James Benitez back with another one, trying to get some. I hope White gives a good effort. No chance to win. Damn. Again, CYP is right. Boxing, Lady Shan. I'm 8 feet tall. Wink emoji.
Oh, he's 8 feet tall.
Yeah.
That's a little bit too tall.
Yo, we never even seen an 8-foot person, right? I think 7.
No.
They top out at 7 and shit.
7 foot, 7'2".
Yo,
that guy that David Hayes fought.
Shan, what you handing out smoke? Cause everybody, you like, how tall are you? How much you weigh? Like when she walk up to you, she gonna be like
sizing you up.
I know. I'm just really.
She's like, "Oh, you're 5'8". You're 5'8". You can't talk to me no more. You're 5'8". I was like, "Damn." We got High and Low Sports Centrum. The Boxing Voices more. Right back at us with another one that says the Boxing Voice, the rise of the boxing net. We're going out to the UK Mastermind.
To this day. To this day.
Sing along if you know the words. Come on.
To this day.
Yo, what's going on?
I like that a lot.
What up, Coyote?
Yeah, I knew this topic was going to get some interest. That's why I recommended it. But anyways, so just regarding the topic, I think that it's a bit of both. I think that White is right in the sense that AJ needs to fix certain things mentally. And I also think that he needs a trainer as well. So I think it's a bit of both that he needs to do, especially if he's going to beat Usyk in that rematch. And I think that he needs to find a trainer that will basically help him to balance both. Like, he needs to find a trainer that will build his confidence to where he's really like able to find the aggressive version of himself. But at the same time, there are certain things that he still needs to improve on his defense. You know, like there were certain shots he was taking from Usyk, like some foundational stuff he still needs to improve. But yeah, that's it on the topic, really.
Yes.
All right, gracias.
Coyote,
senor.
my guy.
Looks like we got Coach J-Mac, New Orleans available.
So you hating?
I'm that guy. What you want to bet on? Bet 100,000 on that. Let's bet $1 million. You getting that money, right? Easy. You bet $1 million easy. And I for the bread. When I him, y'all gonna say he was too weak on my life.
Okay, bow down, bitches. I'm about to handle business. I'ma teach you all a lesson. This'll only take a minute. Got a part and all this passion in my blood. Niggas hating just because. Think about it. Everybody love Bud. J-Mac, where you at? Where you at? All these niggas hating on me. Shit is whack. Shit is whack. So official with it. Don't check the stats. Hey, I'm out here trying to get it. Next, I only got a minute.
Boom.
Get ready for the back attack.
Yo, good morning. How it sound?
Perfect.
Straight.
All right, for as Dillian White and Tyson's Fury, that's a joke to me. I think Dillian White get destroyed. I never viewed him as the guy. I just or the guy that win a big fight. He's gonna lose. Got a big mouthpiece. But he came back to shit up in the ring. Just been fortunate to be amongst good company with Eddie Hearn. That's been my stance from day one. He hasn't shown me anything to where I can see him challenging Tyson Fury. For his his opinion on AJ, I think he did have a little some accuracy there. For his AJ mentally, he does need to go ahead and see a psychiatrist, or a doctor, or whoever can help him with them panic attacks the guy had. He damn near had one at the end of the fight with Usyk. So he definitely got to get that mentality stronger. Build that confidence back up. A trainer could help him balance that out. Respectfully, sometimes trainers challenge you in ways mentally and physically to where you believe, like in the movie Space Jam, when he put the water in the bottle and they just told him it was magic and they drunk it and they thought they had the special powers and shit and stuff. And that's maybe what AJ need at this point. So with all that said, AJ does definitely need a better trainer, somebody that can challenge him mentally, physically. And he does need to face that man in the mirror, because boxing is a brutal sport. And mentally you gotta be locked in every second of the round. That's my call.
All right. Yo, is Jerron on the Jamal James undercard?
No idea. You're asking the wrong person.
Yeah, I think it's a co-feature.
That's where the fight hot in that.
Yeah.
So he ain't even the main event. Call him Capadonna.
I was going to ask you, Ness, what you think about that? Did that make a difference as far as where people like to position him as a
Nah, I mean, it does and it doesn't. It does and it doesn't. Like a hater like me could use it as a deflection. Like, oh, come on, he ain't even a main event fighter, man. You know what I'm saying? But he's still ranked where he's at. Like, I told y'all, he got 2 years. No matter how fast they push him, he ain't going to be in there with nobody till 18 months. Minimum.
Nobody.
Minimum, man. He ain't getting no Thurmans, no Porters, no Earls, no Crawfords. Man, he ain't getting no Danny.
Nothing.
Danny
he's
already
fortunate
said
to get
that's
a Delorme, though, man. I think he's fortunate to get a Delorme. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a good level opponent.
Why this fight ain't on the schedule? It's on BoxRec finally, but it still ain't on the schedule, man. Nobody's schedule got this shit.
Y'all remember the illest bars about Thomas Delorme?
What you mean?
Run up in there with the mask until there's no mas. Your bars are mediocre like Delorme Tomas. You remember a brilliant lyricist said that?
Who said that?
I mean,
King
of Essex.
Oh, did you say that? Go on. I mean,
and why I said that, though, I want to shout out to James Payne. J-Mac's intro is like a song. Like, I hope there's a full version somewhere because
I love it.
Just the double entendre. Everybody really do love Bud. Everybody love Bud Crawford. And as I'm sitting here, you know what I'm saying, dressing my cannabis up, yo, that was an ill bar. Shout out to James
Bars. Payne. Yeah, I do like his intro. I like a few of his intros now. Got used to him.
We got what
Amazon.
we got.
I got
you guys
some
got me
super
looking
chats.
on Amazon. Like, what am I going to buy just for nothing?
What are you buying?
Oh, jack shit, rechargeable batteries.
Damn. Somebody hit her with the
such a
Hmm.
great life. Full of excitement, my life.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure everybody went to that went south for our audience is 96% male. You said you looking for rechargeable batteries. Their mind went to the gutter.
They're for my remote control for my Amazon.
Sure they are, Shan. Sure they are. Like I said, 96% males. Sure they are, Shan.
Think about that. Oh, I didn't think about that. Sorry. They were just for my Amazon remote control. I'm being serious.
Yeah, serious.
Chill, champ.
Get your mind out the gutter.
That went straight gutter.
Yo, that was 96% males. You already know. That shit. What's next here? We look like we got us high and low sports. Nope. Rich Mendez says, as a person calling fights, should Ward be taking sides in the Canelo Plant fight? He says that Caleb will knock Canelo out. Can I base his info on a bet, or is it just plain jealousy of Canelo? I think for starters, Ward is entitled to give his opinion, especially when he's not part of the telecast. This is going to be a PBC on Fox event, or rather PBC on Showtime event. So he's not a commentator. Like when Steve Farhood is doing it, or Bernstein, they don't give you their pick because they're going to be on a telecast. So I think Ward is entitled to say that. But I did bring the same fucking question up yesterday. Like, is he swaying the betting lines? And did Tim Bradley try to do that yesterday, or rather Saturday or Friday, when he told everybody, 8 days ago, I heard Shakur was 147 pounds. And then fucking Mark Kriegel's like, yeah, I heard the same rumor. And it's like, so what? And then they magically, tell you like, we're doing bets on MGM, whatever. And it's like, wait, are these dudes like trying to sway us right now? Because why are you trying to tell me Shakur struggled and he ain't fucking even looked like he struggled in that ring? You understand? So why are you selling us wolf tickets and people like this guy? Look, he paying us to ask, is that good betting advice? He's paying us to ask, is Ward telling the truth? And it's like, honestly, I don't know. Do I want him to be because I'm rolling with Plant? Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. You seen that episode. I know I seen that episode. I'm ready to talk about it. You seen Plant at the end like, niggas, yo, people, he said people ain't even got this body in camp. I mean, in the weigh-in, bro. Like, he is ready. And that's what I keep saying.
I can't wait for that fight.
Yeah, me too. And Canelo might get shocked, man, because he talking greasy. He just can't see himself getting shot.
It would be good to see him get like, I'm for it.
He can't
I just
see
don't
it.
see it happening, but
he can't see it. He finally gave Caleb Plant credit, though. He says it's going to be tough for the first 3 to 4 rounds because Caleb got a good jab and is a good boxer. He better respect. Unlike you mindless Canelo fans that don't see the skill in Plant. You'll see them educated feet. You'll see.
And Karma may be ready to, you know what I mean, pull her dress up for Mr. Plant. You know what I'm saying? Because when you go in there, you make up this excuse about the motherfucker, right? You make up this excuse to try to impose yourself and try to scare the man, and then he raise a hand to you. That might make you think differently. You know what I'm saying? And then if you got the kind of people around you that, you know what I'm saying, that as far as Caleb Plant, people that are encouraging him, telling you like, yo, you did the right thing, man. Like, do you, be you. Like, yo, that confidence, like, that's what you need. And it's confidence to us, but something within him make him feel like it's his destiny. And I can't challenge that, man, you know. But hey, the fight's gotta happen, and the skills are the skills. Only like Canelo's power. That's my only apprehension. Can Canelo's power be the difference maker? Can he touch Plant and make Plant be like, oh shit, I wasn't prepared for that? That's a big question for me.
Yeah, man, I can't wait for that fight. But we only what? We got 31 days in this month, so we 12 days out. 12 days out. We're
Yo,
almost
y'all
there.
hear me?
Bo, what up?
What's going on, man? What's going on, Lady Shan?
What's up, Bo?
What's going on, man? I had to,
brother.
Oh, what's going on, fam? I'm on my phone, and because I had to pull over on the highway when I heard y'all talking, man. I had to jump in. Because I listen to the show every morning when I'm driving home from work, man. This is like my form of entertainment for me, man, you know?
I saw your message. Yeah, I saw it. It's just like that thing. Yeah, I did see it.
Yeah.
Funny.
So talk to us, man. What triggered it?
Well, what triggered it was, I guess, the conversation you guys are having about what Dillian White said, right? And I remember being on a interview one time with his brother,
Dean.
I can't remember his name. Dean White. And me and my man, God rest his soul, man, Pro B's.
Yeah.
We was talking to Dean, and Dean said the exact same thing that Lady Shan was saying of how Dillian would be a very hard fight for Tyson because he can get in his head. He won't be easy to move around. Now, of course, he said that your brother will win, but I just found that kind of interesting that I think people just looking at it like, you know, the way Tyson Fury would probably fight Dillian isn't the same way he fought Deontay.
Of course it's not.
And I think that's what they're missing. Right. And I think that's what they're missing. Tyson knew he couldn't, from the first fight, Tyson knew, man, I can't fight this dude at range because his power's going to be at the end of that punch. I got to get in on him and rough him up. He's not going to fight Dillian White that way. He's going to try to box and move around with Dillian. He has to because Dillian, that's the fight Dillian wants. Dillian will be successful in a fight like that, man. And that's why I'm actually intrigued about this.
I just don't believe that y'all think that if Tyson chooses to box, that's Dillian White's opportunity. Like, if Tyson chooses to box, remember who he is. He's the dude that couldn't make the best boxer win, and that was Vlad. Like, Vlad was taught by Emmanuel. Vlad's knockout ratio was in the 80%, and he would knock dudes out from the 8th to the 12th. Like, he was systematic, break you down with the jab. Fury found a way. You telling me that Dillian is going to somehow find a way to outbox Tyson?
Because Vlad was a leaner.
No.
And Vlad was used to fighting people that were shorter than him. So when he faced Tyson Fury reversed that on him and became the guy that could lean on. Fury became the taller guy, and Vlad wasn't used to that, and that's why. That's what Fury's height advantage is always going to help him out.
And it helped him in the Chisora fight. And that's why I keep reverting to that, man. Dillian Whyte is a couple steps above Chisora. You understand? He has improved that he's elite. Elite are the top 3. Beneath that is who's beneath that, or top 3. I ain't gonna put Andy in there because Andy got to do more. It's the top 3.
But Ness, if we can see somebody like Valine give Fury a tough time, I don't understand how we don't see somebody like Dillian White.
He's
this
traditional.
Is what I'm saying.
No.
What I say.
No.
He's not unbeatable.
I'm not saying he is, Shan. I'm saying Valine used the traditional tactic and obviously roughhouse, but he was behind a jab. He was behind a jab and walking in. He was bringing the fight to Fury behind a southpaw jab. Let's not confuse Dillian Whyte, orthodox fighter, with a southpaw fighter. That was new for Fury. And a southpaw gave Wilder problems 2 times.
Yeah, he did. See, I agree with you, man. If Tyson Fury boxes Dillian Whyte, I don't see him fighting Dillian Whyte the same way he fought Deontay Wilder, man. You know, because although Dillian Whyte's footwork has improved, it's still not the best. And Tyson Fury footwork is still better than him.
Yeah, Dillian Whyte's footwork.
I just can't believe. I can't believe in 2021 we sitting here trying to say that Dillian Whyte's best shot is for Tyson Fury to box. Man, that's the worst thing he can do. If Tyson chooses to box, he wins 12-round decision or he knocks him out late. Like, y'all tripping. Dillian got to make it a rough fight. He got to hope that Tyson fights him. He's got to hope Tyson Fury uses the same Wilder tactic, the same style. He can't be on the outside of that long, tall man. No way.
He can't outbox Fury. No. I'm just saying, he will give him a run for his money, meaning in the way that Fury's going to have to roughhouse him. But Dillian Whyte is rough, fam. So this is what I'm saying. Like, it's not going to be a walkover thing. It's not. If you bring the roughness to Dillian Whyte, he's bringing roughness back. That's all I'm saying.
Them naezy.
He had a kid by the time he was 13 in Jamaica, in Yard.
I hear you, man. But
he's had a rough life, fam. He don't care about no Tyson
and that's
Fury.
cool,
I'm telling you this fact.
But as much as y'all like to, say they not alike, Wilder and White are alike. When White bites down, he gets sloppier. He gets wider.
He does.
And none of that's gonna help. None of that's gonna help.
He does. But the only thing is that he's a bit stronger and sturdier. That's the only little edge that I give him. And look, he's a bit more solid.
For argument's sake, I'll tell you, maybe he's a bit more solid in the base than Wilder, but none of that. It ain't gonna matter. It ain't gonna matter. That's why Fury, because
he's used to being that
Fury's gonna lean on his ass.
Wilder wasn't really used to being the weight that he put on. Dillian Whyte all his life has been.
When Fury leans on him, I don't want to hear none of that. He's just gonna lean with it.
Rock with it.
Hold on, wait a minute. You said Dillian Whyte is a better defensive fighter than Wilder?
I mean, he'd have to be.
Come on, bro.
Not by much.
Come on, man. Wilder was out here doing 52 blocks, man.
Not by much, but listen. But by using the jab to create a situation differently now, right?
He's got a decent jab now.
Jab and more willingness to use feints.
He's got a decent.
That's decent.
Jab.
I don't see that.
No.
Oh no, Bo! You saw his jab come for Povetkin. He's got a decent jab now. He didn't used to. He does got a decent jab now. Decent. Not saying it's.
He's got a variety of punches, man.
It's better than the Wilder jab.
All the White.
Jab any jab is better than that. Any jab is better than that. But here's the thing: he's got a decent jab against Povetkin. He won't be able to use that jab that effectively against a guy like Tyson.
That's not true.
Tyson's got the reach.
That's not true.
But he can still use the jab.
Yeah, but Dillian has a nice reach. He's got a nice reach.
Long arms.
He's got long arms. Listen, the White cap gotta stop, man. White ain't no bum. White is decent, and he got a decent arsenal. He got a decent left hook, a decent uppercut, and a solid jab. What his problem?
And a decent right hook as well. People. But the left hook is killer. The left hook.
I think his biggest problem is his tank,
I'm trying to elevate him.
His biggest tank.
I'm not trying to throw dirt on him. That's all.
What'd you say?
His biggest problem is what?
I think his biggest problem is his tank. It's always been his tank. He
Gap
always
time,
look
not that
exhausted,
great.
man. He always looking exhausted.
I know. Yeah, I agree. I can't disagree. That's
Well, yeah.
Yo,
true.
yo,
Work
at
on
least
that
White,
cardio, man.
at least
Work on
White
that
using a
cardio.
high guard,
When his
bro.
head goes down.
Listen, White uses a high guard and he tucks that, man. To say his defense ain't better than Wilder, like I know people's argument is gonna be, oh, but White getting slept. Wilder got slept by Fury. That's not a real argument, man. They both got two losses.
No, you can't use that argument. This is boxing, man.
Yeah, they both got two
They just
losses.
both got slept and done.
Yeah,
That's
they
just
both
it,
got
man.
two
Who cares?
losses, and that's just
Yeah.
the end of the story. But
Yeah.
yo, you know, White, he keeps his hands up sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And then he could hook off that high guard nicely too. So I just think he got a good variety of punches. His biggest issue is that tank. That tank, man. He was gassed
That
out.
gas tank.
That Parker fight and that Rivas fight, I was like, damn. Shit, bro.
Yes,
You looking.
can I buy the Glade Luscious Cherry and Peony for my bathroom? It's nice. It's on special.
Not if you ain't
Glade.
using my Amazon link. You over there just using any Amazon link?
I didn't know you had an Amazon link.
I got an affiliate for everything.
I think I'm an affiliate as well, but I don't know if I ever give it out.
Let me
Oh,
go
you
to
text me the
Oklahoma.
affiliate code.
Let me go to
I
Oklahoma.
spend money on Amazon like, whoa, you need to text me that code then.
I'm-
You make
I'm-
money off
I'm
of me.
sending it
Solo.
right now. AMG, what up?
Yo, can you hear me?
We do.
Yo, what's up, guys? Always good to see these fine people on the panel. On the main topic, I think it's a little bit of both. He needs a new trainer. He obviously needs to change his mentality. When I think about AJ, that one thing that I don't think we can fix is his punch resistance. That's always something that has worried about me ever since I watched the.
Where'd you go, champ?
His connection was dodgy still.
Call him dodgy.
Where's
Call him
dodgy?
Dodgy. What was that other shit you introduced to the show? That shit had... Yo, the other day, I think I was doing laundry, just started laughing. That shit jumped into my head. Duppy.
What?
Duppy.
Yeah, I meant me duppy you, family. So
Son of
duppy,
man, them duppy.
Yeah, because that means in Jamaican patois, that means ghost.
I'm like,
Ghost. Yeah,
duppy.
Yo, you gotta
duppy
watch
that,
them.
see?
You gotta watch her music, her old music videos and catch a lot of them words, man.
Oh,
Yeah, I say a lot of them. I got duppy rhythm. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
AMG,
Yeah.
you back?
I got the code, Nest. Thanks.
Thank you.
You missed out bucks from me, man. Damn. I spend money like mad on Amazon.
I think we all do. I don't go... Man, my best friend buy toilet paper on Amazon. He don't even go to the supermarket.
Me too. I buy it for £25, 90 rolls.
Yeah.
Straight.
I ain't
Done.
never bought nothing from Amazon.
What?
Are you crazy?
No.
I have subscribe and save. I
Yeah.
use subscribe and save.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
with you. I get a lot of shit from Amazon, like a
you can
lot.
save
Like honestly, I go to Amazon first for certain things. You
things
understand? Like
before I go to
because
the store.
yeah, because it's like, why am I even going to the store? This shit. That's sometimes you get like literal same day delivery. That's insane.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
crazy.
I mean, I was starting using it now because they just built one not too far from my house. They built it on Amazon. Like
I
about
can
a
buy
mile
some
from
of
my
my groceries there.
started getting from them because I know if I buy from them, if I buy right there and they deliver that same day.
I use Amazon Fresh for some of my fresh groceries.
Yeah, for the produce.
Sick.
Yeah, they taking over. Honestly, this is an untitled topic, but honestly, I cannot wait for them to do marijuana Amazon delivery. I know it's gonna
I didn't
come.
even buy it, and I don't.
I
even
know it's
smoke
coming.
weed.
I know it's coming. I know it's coming, man. To think that Amazon doesn't have a farm somewhere, they not stupid. Nobody's stupid. Everybody sees the money. Like it's gonna there's already prescription meds and over the counter, under the all types of counter meds on Amazon. You think they gonna be like not trying to send a little eighth?
I'll buy it just for the sake that I can buy it. You know, it's just fun.
Hey, listen, man, I'm going to cut out. I got to go deal with this contractor, man. But listen, I love talking to the TBV community each and every day. I'm going to try to join y'all for Untitled. The Skipper's having it. Oh, listen, always great topics. Y'all done got me excited. I may hit this dude with a jab and see if I got something if he talking crazy about this fucking bathroom, man. Peace, man. King of Me the Best X1 on Instagram, man. I'm out.
All right.
Hey, yo, that home improvement is serious, man. I had to change my own submersible sump pump in my house over the weekend.
Yeah, nah, I got the fucking call right now, bruh. My other home up north, the boiler's not good. I gotta go get a new boiler for my tenant now. This shit is, and it's cold up there, man. See, I'm chilling out here, man.
What size boiler is it? How many gallons it holds?
It's 138 BTUs. It's like 8 radiators. I think it's 8 radiators.
Did they check the pilot? Did they check the pilot before they? Did you have somebody check the?
That shit is, it's time. I knew it was. Okay. I knew it was time. I was, bruh, that bitch on the market. I was trying to sell it as is. The house on the market. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to get this. I was trying to pass this off to the next man. Like, but they got me in time. You know what I mean? Now I'm gonna have to up the price.
Okay,
Yesterday's price wasn't today's. I'm upping it. You know what I mean?
I'd hate Ness to be
wait a minute. Like, so what's the consensus on AJ? Do people think he need a new trainer?
Oh, I absolutely prefer him to be with Ronnie Shields and H-Town. Yeah, he need that.
You know what's funny? I've said, because AJ said he want that dog in him, right? And instantly when I heard that, I said, man, you know who would be a good trainer that would take him out in the middle of nowhere, put him in a shack?
And Wolf.
With no. Thank you. I was just thinking that. And Wolf.
And Wolf will have Anthony Joshua looking like Olympian Orlando Solis, man. He'll be young David Hay, rip. But I mean, I don't know that he could take that. You know, that shit broke James Kirkland. If you ever did interviews with Kirkland, he talk about that. Like, yeah, she know how to get me ready, but it also, you know, mentally broke him. Like, he felt like there was no true love and shit. Like, he always referred to it like being treated like a dog too. Cause you know, she tied him to the truck. He had to follow the truck and beat the bag. Like, bruh, she did all type of crazy shit, man. It worked though. Whenever she was with Kirkland, he was the best Kirkland ever, man.
Best, man. I think
it sucks, man.
I heard him say something like that about how it did break him, and you know, I guess maybe he felt like it should have been a little bit more love. But sometimes, man, you got to understand, when you have a trainer, that's their job, is to train you and push you. Some trainers you're not gonna have that type of relationship with a trainer. They're just there to train you. But some trainers, it's gonna be like this sometimes, man.
She loved him though. We interviewed her, man. She treated that dude well, you know, the best she could, but she always expressed that she loved him. She just was tough, you know what I mean? The issue is that boxing, that's why, you know, we need a UFC type of boxing to make sure that these fighters are getting some sort of paycheck on a regular basis, you know what I mean? Because guys like Kirkland, you know, boxing wasn't as great as it is right now. Everybody getting money and getting paid good money. Like, look at fucking Shakur. The B-side made $1.7 million.
1.2, didn't it?
Nah, 7. The other one made 1.5.
It was 1.2. 1.5 was
he made more than Jamel. Okay. He made 200,000 more than Jamel. And that's what I'm saying. Like, when Kirkland was coming up, shit wasn't like that. So, you know, he was still in the street. He's still getting gun charges, parole violations, you know. And you know, I look at that like he was still blessed, man. Like, imagine going to court and fucking Oscar De La Hoya is in the courtroom for you, like, before you get sentenced. Like, Your Honor, that was Kirkland. Some of these dudes don't even understand. Like, even Omar Figueroa shit the bed. Oscar went and got him in high school at 17. He in your high school. Think back to when we was all in high school. If fucking Oscar De La Hoya would come through like, yo, I got a job for you in your lunchroom in front of the world. It's like, bro,
if that would have came to my school, I'd have thought he was wanting to pimp me because I went to a girls' Catholic school. So
I mean, not if you a fighter. Not if you a fighter, Shan. Not if you a fighter, Shan. The hypothetical was assuming everyone's a fighter, Shan. She over here crazy. Nah, man.
That's like your boy. I mean, imagine being Xander Zayas, you know, fighting fighting on the main card Saturday, then going to school on Monday.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You
Nah,
know,
man.
or going back to the country of Puerto Rico at 17 to start.
Yo, but speaking of him, he was actually obviously one of the topics yesterday because it was the boxing results. But like, I know that he was being nurtured at 47. Now, obviously, his youth forced him out of that division. But I'm not trying to see another developmental career at 54 now. So we was trying to figure out what top 15 fighter, bottom half, even 30 to 15.
15 to 30.
Yeah, even 15 to 30. So we threw names like Jorge Cota. I said Thomas Lamana.
Wow.
Someone said Ted Cheeseman. I think that's too much right now.
You think Ted Cheeseman's too much for him? Ted Cheeseman's a brawler, though.
Yeah, I think that's about right. Ted Cheeseman will be about right.
Man,
yeah, I think
Cheeseman got an
he just got beat.
Cheeseman got an engine, though. He got an engine,
and it's always a blood and guts war with him.
Don't get me wrong. Listen, yesterday or Saturday night, Xander looked so accurate with that left hook to the body, but I don't know that the power's there yet. I mean, Carpence took a lot of shots, and Carpence was undersized. So I don't know that his power's there yet. His accuracy is there. So with a guy like Cheeseman, who's a natural 54-pounder, I don't know. And he ain't worth it. Domestic UK. Why are we giving him a name in the US? Like, no. Lamana is better. He been in bigger fights. He been on.
What do you mean, why aren't you giving him a name in the US? If he fucking deserves it, he can play in the US. What do you mean we ain't giving him no name? What's this UK-US divide shit?
It's not a
divide.
You're
inciting.
It's not a
divide. It's bullshit. Stop it. It's called boxing. It's not UK v US. It's not no one gives anyone a name, because if that's the case, we gave your fighter a name.
Okay.
You know, we've given given Deontay Wilder a name when he fought Fury. You thought it was the other way round, but then it turned the other. Stop that.
You're misunderstanding what I'm saying. Listen to me. You're misunderstanding what I'm saying. From a managerial standpoint, right? Xander Zayas has been nurtured by Top Rank. So why would Top Rank call Ted Cheeseman, bring him to the United States to put him as a main event December 11 versus Xander Zayas? Where is their, what are they gaining? Please explain it to us.
If what they're gaining is a good fucking fight. What they're gaining is someone that seems that they can gauge where their fighter is. What do you mean? Like, but if you would have said it that way in the beginning, I would have just been like, cool. But you've made it like, oh, we're not going to help a UK person now.
No, you took it that way.
In the US.
You took it that way like you always do.
That's
I keep telling you, we just talk boxing over here. You took it that way. So I doubled down. Listen to me, sweetheart. Tell the truth. I doubled down now. Okay. So what I'm saying is I've doubled down now. I've doubled down and I've explained it now. So moving on, right?
No, you move
moving on. Xander Zayas and Top Rank, they would prefer someone that's been on American television.
American.
No, it's about television. It's not about American. It's about someone that's been on American television. Someone that's been visible, because they spent money on Zayas on Telemundo all his first fights. Like, they've spent money.
You make Michael Jackson jealous. You be going backwards right now.
I just know the sport. I know the sport. When you've been doing this shit every single day and you see how these managers and promoters navigate, you understand it's an investment.
But we should all do you agree that we should all be together in the sport of boxing and it shouldn't be division?
But there is no division. You keep bringing up division.
I'm just asking. I just wanted to see your point of view. Okay,
I don't agree that there should be a division. I agree that agree that they would use a Ted Cheeseman when they decide, yo, we want to bring Xander to an international star. So they got to send him over there now. You don't bring him
to us.
Huh?
Yeah, that would be nice if he came to us.
But that's what he got to do. He can't. If you're going to get a UK dude, you got to get a Khan, a Brooks, someone that's universally known.
With name that is cross-Atlantic.
Yeah, exactly. Cross both ponds.
But the reason why, and I get what Ness is saying, nobody really knows Ted Cheeseman over here in the U.S.
Exactly.
Right? So that's why you would get someone that everybody's familiar with if he's going to fight over here. So when he wins, it's more credible versus a guy nobody knows. Even though Chad Cheeseman is ranked, right? People don't know him over here. They'll say, hey, man, who is this dude he beat? Because people don't really look at the rankings like that.
He's the wrong fight anyway. Listen to me. I said it before she got mad. He's the wrong fight anyway. His tank is too... Zayas is developing. He's developing. If you put him in that fight right now, it's a 50-50
He'll get
in my
run
opinion.
over.
Well, I don't know about all that. I don't know. I'm just saying it may be too much right now. And it's like, do you want to test him in his third fight at 54 when you were developing him at 47?
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. You got to be more strategic and smart.
I mean, how old is he right now? Because they got him at 16. So
Cheeseman or Cheeseman?
Nah, Zayas.
I don't know. He's a youngin', isn't he? What is he? 20.
Hey, 19, barely 20. They got him at 16 and 26. Yeah, he's got to be like about 19 or 20 right about now.
What's his heritage? Is he
so
Puerto
that's
Rican?
what I'm saying, man. They got 3 years worth of fights. Listen to me. They got 3 years worth of fights they paying for him. 3 years worth of social media marketing. 3 years worth of commercials. He on Telemundo. You think they just about to throw him in there with...
he's a cute looking little dude as well, isn't he? So,
and you think they're going to throw him in there with Cheeseman?
Ted Ugly Cheeseman.
And now Cheeseman gets an upset win on American soil and they ruin their investment. They can't.
Yeah, his thing would be fucked right up.
They need to be able to sign you. If you upset them, that's why they got options. That's what promoters do. It's like, all right, we're going to let you fight Lady Sham, but we got an option on your next fight. Like, damn.
You won't get past that bitch. You just won't. She's undefeated and undisputed in these streets. These YouTube streets. Forget it.
Nah, I think, you know what? I hear what you're saying, Nash, but I think Ted Cheeseman, I think Ted Cheeseman would be a good fight for him. Now, I agree that what was it? Who you name? LaMonica?
Thomas LaManna or Jorge Cota. Jorge Cota, listen. Jorge Cota is just as tough as Cheeseman, if not tougher. But I don't want that. I prefer LaManna. No disrespect to my boy LaManna. He's a friend of the show. But I prefer LaManna because because you see, Cota, he ain't make it to a Laura fight. I don't think, well, I guess he had a Lubin fight, but Lubin ain't been a champion. That's what I'm saying. LaManna went in, has at least been in there on TV with Laura, got knocked out. So now Xander can try to make a statement.
Yeah, what LaManna does is it's a good name on his resume because you fought a guy that fought for a world title.
Mm-hmm.
You fought a guy that been in there with a former world champion. And if you perform better, like if he knocks him out early, then that raises his, cachet, so to speak. So yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to rush him because I'm not trying to see another developmental 54 career, but I'm not trying to, like put him in the car doing 100. Like, I think like Jamonte Clark, that's not bad,
They never showed that card here on Sky. They only showed the main event.
Which one?
The one with, I think the one that we're just talking about. The one with Herring and Shakur.
Oh,
we didn't
wow.
see the
Y'all didn't get the
undercard at
undercard?
all. They wouldn't show it.
Damn, that's crazy. I mean, it was worth it too because from a marketing standpoint, Evander Holyfield was in the stands, and his son caught a knockout. And then again, marketing standpoint, Muhammad Ali, his grandson got a knockout, and then and then they had the Puerto Rican phenom.
I don't understand. I thought that was the whole point why we was getting these fights, because we would be able to see the undercards. Why like the merger.
That's what I say. There's always been a lot of hate. See, you misunderstood me because people have a lot of hatred for AJ. I mean, not AJ, Eddie. I've been very grateful for his emergence into the sport because I used to have to use links to see Sky and I couldn't see UK fighters. So it was a consistent argument with you. Oh, well, you don't rank our fighters. Like, bro, I can't watch your fighters.
You don't see it.
I can't, you know what I mean? They make it so difficult, and now we have access, with BT and their partnership with Top Rank. You know, look, we got the Rivas fight with the Zone. We get everything Sky, and even now everything's UK and Matchroom Italy,
and
all
Top
types
Rank
of places.
Sky Sports. We're supposed to be cool with that and get all what you're supposed to get.
What I liked about what Eddie did, he brought fights to locations that you normally don't hear about fights happening.
Yeah, I mean, I know some of that costs too much money though, man. You talking about like in America, like in all them weird cities he went to?
Oh, well, in the weird states in America.
Yeah, I don't know how good that was, man, because you know you got to sell tickets, man, and
got to make money.
Yeah, you know he went to some.
Yeah, but you know Eddie don't do nothing that don't make no money. He probably didn't lose. He probably just had a small little venue and.
I don't know, man. Some of that shit was extravagant when he shut down the city in Chicago. Then he went all the way over there for that kid. What was that kid from Kansas? He went to
That's the way, and he did the thing there.
He done a lot, man. Even when AJ came, you know, money was spent. But at the end of the day, it was money well spent. They made a statement. They signed a bunch of fighters, and they got a business going. You know.
Well, and I think people started recognizing a lot of more UK fighters. People over here in the US, like the casual people like us probably already knew him, but the casual fan knew who the Josh Warrington was, who the Kid Gallaheads are, and, you know, so forth and so on. And I think they helped in that aspect. So even if you want to say he probably didn't make as much he wish he made, but he did put more of UK fighters in the mind of fighters of fans, American fans.
Absolutely. We need more promoters like him that speak as much as him. I mean, Floyd continues to do a poor job. As great as he is, bruh, he tried too. It was like I felt like he was trying not to talk about himself in the Gervonta Davis press conference, but still found himself talking about himself. And it's just like, damn, bruh.
He's a narcissist.
I was just saying, you beat me to it. I was just gonna say.
Yeah, man.
I love Floyd.
I do too. But you know what? See, someone at Golden Boy knew Oscar wasn't good at getting behind the mic, and they always prepared a speech. You know, they got to give him a paper to at least go off. You know, at least you could use that and improv. Improv, you know, give him the talking points like, yo, Tank is a 4-time, because he just turns over like, it's about these guys. Because you see, when I was a fighter, and it's like, bro, all you said about them, that it's about them, but then you turn to you.
Now it's all about me going forward from this point.
He's too prideful, though. That's his pride. He's too prideful to have somebody write something for him. He's too prideful for that.
Thank God for Ellaby, man. Thank God for Ellaby.
He can't read, so he can't read the points, but he's going to have to memorize them.
Stop that. Of course he can read.
I thought he couldn't read.
Come on.
No,
I'm not jabbing.
That's a 50 cent.
Everyone kept telling me
that's
he can't
a 50
read.
cent diss, man.
Oh, so he can read. So why was on the Breakfast Club he couldn't read properly?
He went on anybody under pressure being scrutinized will probably make some mistakes reading out loud.
I just thought he couldn't read.
Nah.
Oh, okay. Well, then give him bullet points.
Yeah,
like you
that's
say,
what he needs.
Just do the bullet points
on a cell phone. If he feels like, yo, exactly. If he feels like, yo, I don't want no paper and people knowing, do it off your cell phone notes. Like, yo, boom, you know, earpiece. Give him a fucking iPhone earpiece. Nobody even got to know. iPhone earpiece. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, Floyd, remember Tank? Remember Tank is a 4-time champ. Remember he got 24 knockouts at 25 fights. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he don't remember to say nothing about Tank, man. This shit is corny already. I'm getting so tired.
Yeah, getting sick of
it. In my personal opinion, man, he shouldn't go to the events. He should let Ellaby go.
He shouldn't be there.
No. You're wrong. You're wrong. He has to be there. People go because of him. He's still the face of boxing. Like, he gotta be there. They just gotta help him.
Well, maybe at 1 or 2 events.
He gotta be. No, the more events, the better, because people love Floyd. It's just about helping him. It's just about helping him be the best Floyd as a promoter. That's all.
Yeah, he has to transition into promoter.
His speeches. He's used. That's the thing. He's so used to getting behind the podium to talk about his resume for a fight that he don't know how to stop doing that. So they just got to help him learn how to speak about his fighters. He got plenty of fighters.
Take a class. He's got to take a briefing class, man. Like, yeah, you're going to have to take a
they
class
probably
with-
should do
with
that.
your team.
They probably
Your
should
team,
warm him up in the background, like warm him up. Like, yo, remember this fight is this.
Warm it up, Chris.
Because
I'm about to.
imagine if Floyd would have been the one to say what Leonard Ellerbe said. How much more attention would that fight get? Ellerbe went on a limb and said that this fight is gonna resemble Hagler Hearns. But if Floyd says but if Floyd says that,
this fight is gonna be the best fight of all times, and they're hell of the fighters. Rolly Romero, he's a hell of a fighter, but we're the best to ever do it. TBE baby. And
I like it. You was a little bit fast, but it was there. It had the flow. It definitely had the Mayweather flow.
I love Floyd. I do really love him. He's one of my all-time perfection.
He's a little slower though. He's slow.
I love him.
He likes to slow down. He'd be like,
Rolando
Romero. He's a hell of a fighter.
I was a bit fast, wasn't I? Yeah, he's a hell of a fighter.
He'd be like, and don't forget the word, and I'm saying.
Yeah, man, they just got to give him some talking points.
We love
man.
you, Floyd, man. We just want the best. We don't want to be desecrating you on TV.
No, even
we actually
Tank.
love you.
Even Tank, I know if we get a cool editor, somebody will see like Tank and Calvin Ford, they both shaking their head because it's like, bruh, you up there talking about you. It's about us right now. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of, I like how he pulled the Russell Simmons. He got up there. Yeah, man, Tank gonna whoop his ass. Y'all tune in. Thank you for coming out. God bless. Good night.
Yeah. Calvin was real short.
That fight is going to be. Wait, you see how Rolly Romero skips and hops? He's going to hop right into an uppercut. It's going to be KO of the year. I guarantee this is going to be contender of knockout for the year. Rolly Romero is getting knocked the fuck out.
Shan, as the female on the panel, what did you think of the Mink?
Well, you know what? At first when I saw it, I was like, what's he doing? But he did say he thought it was going to be an indoor event with all the AC. So he thought it was an indoor event. So I can't go too hard on him. But I mean,
I'm asking you though, until Tank said it was hot, you didn't know it was hot. So did you think?
Oh, well, it looked hot.
It didn't really look hot. I didn't feel it. I didn't know it was hot. And I like when Tank said it, I checked the thing, the weather in LA. It wasn't 80 though. He was stunting. He got that off with the one liner. Hell yeah, it was in the 70s. But he got that off.
It's still hot to wear his fur in the 70s.
Without a shirt? You shirtless. You got an 8-pack.
Yeah, he was shirtless.
Come on.
Yeah, he was shirtless. I just didn't like the fur, and he could have got a better fur jacket. But I mean, Rolly's weird. But I did notice that Rolly was wearing platform shoes. Man. You're not that taller than Tank. You're a little dude as well.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. See, Tank, that's how big Tank is, bro. He tell people it's hot. It's hot. He tell people the shoes is corny. Them motherfuckers.
They was awful. Them shoes was awful.
Girl, Tank his motherfucking self got them Balenciagas. He lying. Why they lying? He got them same fucking shoes, man. All of them. All of them. Earl, all of them got them Balenciaga. Like, now they ugly because you ain't on your feet today. They not on your feet today. They ugly.
No, but what I noticed is that but what I'm saying is Tank and Rolly are the same height.
Maybe, but he tell people the shoes ugly, they ugly. Meanwhile, all his boys got them on. He tell people it's hot. It's hot. It's like, what the fuck? This dude got an effect on people.
They both didn't look the part. Tank looked like some mad clothes he was wearing. Tank looked like he was 12.
They called him a Pokemon. What was that dude? Catch him, whatever.
Pokemon. Yeah, that was for the littler kids. I'm a bit older.
I ain't know it either. Patch Adam or some shit.
I don't know. But yeah.
Let me get to J-Mac Boomerang. J-Mac New Orleans. You available? Oh, man. What up, champ?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I ain't got much, but shit, I give my shit to CYP.
CYP.
Oh God, he's coming to have a go at me now. Watch it. Your friend Bo. Bo.
All right. My Jimbe, Boomerang.
Ness, don't got much to add, but just I find it kind of funny how some people see White giving Fury more of a fight than Wilder. I just don't see it, man. I think yes, he's top 5, but that distance between the top 3 to get to that 5 position is fucking light years away. I don't know, man. I don't see it. Fury, and I don't see anybody beating Fury anyway. But yeah, man, that's my call. Later.
Yeah, that's why I want Fury back in the ring in March. Cause I want to silence all the questions. People still got questions for whatever reason. It's like they're still judging this poor man on his past. It's like I don't get it. CYP, I see you back.
Hey, y'all hear me?
Yep.
Oh man, but look, I gotta give some respect to Lady Chan, man. I heard that Wilder song she made. That shit was hot. Garbage. That shit was trash.
Okay.
Now I just gotta be honest with you, man.
Okay.
That shit was trash.
He tried to think that he was going to say, "Oh, that shit was hot." Good that you paid for this. You're such a loser in life. I do wish you well in life. But you're a top loser. At least if you're going to be a top of anything, you've chosen to be a top loser, not a mediocre loser, but a high grade level top loser. Salute to you, sir. You're the best. I bet your girlfriend is so proud that you're her man. She's mad proud, isn't she? Wow.
Oh, no.
I'm
she
jealous.
is.
I wish I was in her position. I know. I'm mad that I haven't got a loser of a man. Wow.
Ask Brandon, ask J-Mac, ask Stonebone, ask JT.
Ask
all of them.
That you paid for, I will do, and nobody will hear you because nobody likes hearing losers. Nobody likes hearing men go at females.
Nobody likes it. So come on now. That should come back. Nobody likes me.
And maybe I'll let you live. But for this call, you're dying. You're failing.
Hey, listen to me.
You're not even
because you're talking over me. That makes you the winner because you talk over me. Damn, girl, like you smarter than that. You got to be better than that.
No, I'm not smarter than that. I'm not better than that. When you go low, I dig a ditch, baby. I dig a ditch. My name's not Michelle Obama. It's Lady Shan. Uncouth. There's your call ended.
It's over because you ain't gonna let them talk, and it's like we ain't gonna be here forever.
You can't disrespect me. Come through disrespecting like that, and then I'm just gonna be like, oh, okay. No, sorry, it doesn't run like that. Ness, you know me by now.
All right, Bo, where can they find you?
All right, man. Y'all know where y'all can find me at man3kboxing.com. I'm definitely gonna if it's happening the show tonight, I'm gonna try to get on. Hopefully, I can get a word in. But for sure, always, man, the boxing voice, man. Got to get at my man Ness. Always bringing it, and hopefully, man, you guys will see me on here more, man.
Appreciate you, brother. Shan, where can they find you?
They can find me everywhere they look for me. You can find me on Instagram at Lady Shan, LadyChAAN, and Twitter. And you can find me on Lady Shan Boxing. Lady Shan done them season, come box with Shan. Sundays, Mondays. You can find me on TVE until Ness gets on my nerves and you can't find me. But, till then, I'm here.
All right. Ness GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. Catch us on the next one. Arrivederci. Today is Monday. We should be back. Look for an update on the community page, but I'm rooting for 9. Let's just give you 9 p.m. as the safe time. 9 p.m. Peace.
Ciao.